And welcome into Sunday Football Live. I'm Ramon Scott. We're just underway in the big sports window of the week. 8 NFL games. I'll be here to describe them to you and get ready at 11 Pacific, 2 o'clock Eastern when those college football lines come out for the big games next week. Can't wait to see what those lines are. Talk about those big games about halftime of the NFL games. We see the teams getting the ball here today. The teams that are possessing the ball currently include the Seahawks, the Ravens, the Chargers, the Buccaneers have the ball first. Also, the Colts have the ball. And Jacksonville starts at their own 25-yard line as well. So let's settle in. I think I get 3 hours with you here today. I don't think I can go much longer than that. Brain started to melt last week. I wanted to make it, make it through. But I don't know how attractive are the. Hey, they're all NFL games, but that 4-game window kind of crumbled there a little bit without Rodgers, with Niners probably dominating. Commanders and the Broncos. But let's talk about these 8 games. Jacksonville is in Kansas City right now, or I should say Kansas City's in Jacksonville. Apparently, there's been some action here, a flea flicker for the Packers on the first play of the game, and a pass interference for a big gain on the first play of the game for the Packers, well into Atlanta territory. Open up with a flea flicker, and that's the first big gainer here. So Jacksonville, remember the great game they played with Kansas City last year, so why wouldn't they be in this game? Kansas City, can they avoid an 0-2 start? The champs, what? We'll see. Lawrence, Ridley makes a reception here already. So just a minute into the game, Packers end up with a third down here now in this situation against Atlanta, all the way down here to, the 33-yard line currently, 3rd down and 7 for Green Bay, certainly in scoring position. We'll call it the 28-yard line for Jordan Love right now. And going to stop the play. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. And go ahead and comment along with me here. Thomas, my co-host, with you. Address all your comments, questions to Thomas, and they'll get through to me. Baltimore has the ball in their first possession. Here's a pretty ODB here. Has he got the first down? No, but completion there for Baltimore. I'll get you to tell you what I got on my plays, Thomas, if you're interested in my 7-pack. Maybe I'll let these games get rolling here a little bit. Love had the ball deflected by a oncoming rusher, and up into the air. It fell harmlessly to the turf, but Green Bay is going to try to go for a field goal here to try to cash in on that early field position against Atlanta. So big way to start the game. Atlanta does the job, though, stops them. They don't even get into the red zone. Got a little bit of a field goal here to try. Raiders and the Bills and the Raiders are all the way down to the Bills' 16-yard line, and this is going to be touchdown Raiders. It looked easy, too. Devontae Adams found the end zone. It must have been a good drive. That was the first we saw. Raiders all the way in field goal, in scoring position, and quickly a pass from Garoppolo to Devontae, and the Raiders are on the board here. That was my social media play of the day. That was my game that I sent out on X. Said, take the Raiders plus the points, and I gave out the over on the show. We'll see. But right now, the Raiders have the first score of the day. 7-0, it looks like, barring the extra point. Hey, I'm going to see if we get anything here on the Baltimore-Cincinnati game. We got Wow, Green Bay is not even going for a field goal here. They punted the ball from the 33-yard line instead of going for a 50-yarder. Unless there was a penalty on that play that we missed, there might have been a play. Oh, I guess they were at the 38, maybe. So 55-yarder. Instead, they go for the punt. Hey, I have no problem with that, if you know what I mean. Thomas says he has Green Bay. And yeah, I went with Green Bay on the show. I like the direction that they're headed in. I think that they're probably farther along, really bringing in Love. Uh, you'd think, hey, he knows the system. I have high hopes for him. Not, so he's going to be some overwhelming quarterback. Jackson throws incomplete here on 2nd and 8. So good to join a couple of you. We'll see if we can get some traction with the show. If not, no big deal. I'd just be watching the games here anyways. But again, we're going to get into it. Like I said, 11 o'clock, we're going to cut that tape and get that show out with the live reactions, if you will, giving out the lines from the Circa for next week's college game. Guess who just ran in the ball for a touchdown? Anthony Richardson. There's no doubt he is an impact player for me. I want to be on Anthony Richardson right now. I like what I see. Look, there's a lot of holes with the Colts. They're playing the Texans today. I went with the Texans on the show, but certainly have been talking up Richardson when no one else will. I'm willing to talk up Richardson, and they have just had a scoring drive here, including a Richardson scoring run, an impressive scoring run, had to be well over 15, close to 20 yards. So Richardson has a touchdown here, 7-0 Colts. So I don't know. I'm on Richardson here. All right, the Buccaneers are in the red zone. Baker just overthrew Godwin. We also have a scoring opportunity here for Seattle. It's going to be short at the 1-yard line. It looks like it's enough, certainly, for a first down. Metcalf down at the 1, I guess. They just stopped him short, but still, Seattle on the doorstep here. First and goal from inside the 1-yard line. So Seattle quickly down the field, just under 9 minutes to play in the first quarter. A little bit of we got a whistle here, though, and that's going to march them back 5 yards. I got Mindy's baseball plays. I was going to read them off, but I just don't have enough people in here. It's not thought it'd be a good feature here. Well, the games are going to go off. People can rewind maybe, but these are her second-tier plays. Want to make that clear, not her premiums. Jackson just threw for a completion down to the 1-yard line to Beckham. A little bit of rough tackle there, but Beckham was still fighting for yardage. She may have been down. It didn't matter. Beckham, it's going to be first and goal inside the 2 at least. Seattle's getting stood up, it looks like, here by the Detroit defense. Are they going to have like a several-yard loss here on this play? But then a roughing penalty on Detroit. Just threw the player around. Costly penalty here on Detroit. Tampa can only get a field goal out of their red zone try, but I'll take that. Tampa Bay leads the Bears 3-0. So this is a good situation here for Baltimore. They're looking to go in here, and it is a touchdown. The Ravens are in. Gus has a touchdown. There he is. Touchdown, Gus Edwards. Mindy and I were on the Ravens in this game. Look, it's just maybe not the greatest situation for the Bengals right now. Maybe they get this win. Maybe it's a close game. We took the points with the Ravens. So Ravens are on the board here relatively quickly here in the first quarter. We've seen already 3 or 4 scores so far. 3 touchdowns at least, right? With Richardson, with Adams, and now Gus Edwards. And Seattle on the doorstep here. It is first and goal after that penalty at the 5, and Gino overshoots his receiver, but Jacobs might have hit Lockett too early. So I think, Thomas, we might have disagreed on the game. Was that you and I that disagreed on the Seattle Detroit? I don't want to say just yet. Anyway, on the show, I went with Seattle here, and they are on the doorstep. Oh, we're taking a look here at the Titans and the Chargers with Henry. Blake was really talking up, the Titans' potential to have the run game go off here against the Chargers today in this one. Now, the Titans are probably going to have a fourth down conversion opportunity here. Okay, let's see how Atlanta was intercepted by Green Bay in a poor-looking pass. I don't know if his arm must have been deflected because that thing was floating like a duck. Now Seattle's first and goal at the 1-yard line after the interference penalty or holding penalty, I think it was. So now here's an attempt over the top, but I believe the back is going to be short. Tried to go a little bit Walter Payton style, but he was too far away from the goal, and he got undercut where his legs made him fall with the ball straight to the ground at the 1-yard line. That was Walker. But those are the ones you're so scared of, your ball carrier dropping the ball because they think they can reach for the goal line. The Titans have the ball at the Chargers' 46-yard line on 4th and 4, but it was a sack, and that is a costly loss of yardage because it is several yards. But Walker walks it in for Seattle, and Seattle goes right down the field here necessarily with a bunch of penalties by Detroit. And Seattle, 8 minutes into the first quarter here, have a touchdown, 7-0. Last year it was 48-45 in that game with some fireworks. So we'll see. All right, taking a look. Jordan Love, he got wrapped up for a sack by Atlanta. Feels like a lot of defense here. I'm okay with that. You guys in the Packers and Falcons. The Bears are wearing their lovely orange uniforms here. Fields has a completion out, and the Bears are into Tampa Bay territory. Bears trailing in this one. Boy, DJ Moore looks good. The Bears, they never have enough weapons. I mean, DJ Moore looks great out here. Great job by Fields. Hey, we're checking in on Joey B right now in the Bengals at their own 25 on a 1st and 10 here, with the Ravens leading 7-0. Tyler Boyd gets some yardage here for the Bengals, so we're good to check in here on this one. I know it's a division game, but to me, with the Bengals favored at home, I know a lot of people are calling for an under here. I'm expecting scoring with the Bengals and the Ravens. It is a high total for these two teams, right, at 46, 45.5 or so. But I would expect them to trade. You got Jackson. They already went down the field. Now you got Joey B. He's somewhat healthy enough to take the field. So I'm okay with it. Okay, the Bears have it now at the 38-yard line of the Buccaneers right now on a 3rd and 5 for Fields. And he gets a quick out here, and look who it is again. It's Moore, and he's going to be inside the 10-yard line. So quickly, DJ Moore has struck here into the red zone for the Bears. Wow. Buccaneers, not a great situation defensively there. They couldn't slide out fast enough with 2 defenders against 2 tricky receivers. And That was nicely done by the Bears here. So that's what I've been critical of is the Bears offense, right? I mean, and here they're going to need on the road here. Already down, give it a little handicap. They'll keep it on the ground. Big gain of yardage down to the 1.5, I'd say. Gain of 5 or 6 here for Herbert. So Bears about to go in here, 2nd and goal. And we'll get to those. Hey, how about I see 5, 6 of you in here. Mindy on today. The game's about to go off here in Major League Baseball. She's on the Pirates on the money line. Mindy's on the Orioles on the money line. Guess who has their 2nd touchdown of the game? Richardson. Richardson has 2 touchdowns. Justin Fields also just scored for the Bears. The Bears are in the end zone as well, but Anthony Richardson has 2 touchdowns in the first quarter for the Indianapolis Colts. He is a threat. He is a problem at this point. Okay, we're playing the Texans, but given the size, the running of Richardson, let's just hope that he is what. Look, I'm glad people want him. They're not going to be sitting on this guy for very long. I'm not saying he's saving the franchise or anything, but I've just seen him run in 2 touchdowns here in the first quarter of the game from about 20 yards on each one. And he got smacked good. What happened was the Texans, it was C.J. Stroud that got sacked. He fumbled the ball. It rolled out of the pile and ended up being a turnover. So the Colts got great field position. So right now in this battle of rookie quarterbacks, you got Stroud sacked, makes a mistake. Richardson capitalizes. He's got 2 big touchdowns already. The Bills down 7-0 to the Raiders, but they are inside the red zone now. What happened was Garoppolo, the ball was deflected at the line of scrimmage. They were trying to set up a screen, a delayed screen, but the ball was deflected up into the air and it was intercepted by the Bills. And the Bills have great field position here. They did lose 3 yards on that play, but it is 2nd down and 13 at the Raiders' 19-yard line. Allen, a short pass, a little bit of a cross with Diggs. He's going to pick up yardage, but it's still 3rd down here. They can get a 1st down. Chargers are inside the red zone as well. The Chargers are all the way down to the 6-yard line here with Herbert rolling right and throws an incompletion intended for Allen. Speaking of Allen, Josh Allen on a keeper. He had to throw it. He got it off. It was completed, but they're going to be left with a 4th and short. Under a yard to go. 4th and 1 now here for Josh Allen and the Bills. Probably going to go for it. It's at the 5-yard line, so no problem if you don't get it here. You easily don't have to worry. Okay, now for the Chargers and their 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. For Herbert, they're going to keep it on the ground here. And it's going to be stopped for a short loss. Josh Allen just rushed for a quarterback sneak and a confident 1st down. Hey, Mindy's got other plays here. I think I gave Blue Jays money line, Rangers money line, Reds money line, Braves money line, Royals run line, Twins money line, Nationals money line, Phillies money line. Herbert chased out of the pocket, a big flag down here, so I'm not going to too worry about this incompletion. Leaving off Mindy's plays, Phillies money line, Giants money line, Angels money line, Padres money line, Mariners money line, Cubs money line, Sun over. That one's underway. See if we can get an update on that, actually. The Bills have scored a touchdown. The ball was fumbled, but he was clearly over the goal. It is a touchdown for the Bills, and they are on the board here against the Raiders, tying this game up. I gave out the over on the show earlier this week as my play. Here come the Chargers. They're going to have to settle for a field goal attempt here against the Titans, and they will get that. So Chargers leading 3-0, 11-16 into the game. I did give out the under on the show. How about the Lions and the Seahawks? Goff has just thrown a touchdown pass, and we're going to have 2 touchdowns already here in the first quarter. I do have the over as a premium. Josh Reynolds just scored a touchdown, and the Lions have countered against Seattle. Look, I mean, they've taken a lot of time off the clock, no doubt about it, but they're 2 scoring drives here. Seattle and the Lions are about to tie it up. 7-7. That total had dropped from 50 to 47. I just thought off it. I mean, you've got, like I said, here's Atlanta. They are actually in the red zone here against Green Bay. Robinson's doing his thing again. Also, I've got an update here with the Ravens. Jackson had a short completion to Beckham. Out near midfield. Beckham, that's already 3 receptions at least that I've seen for Beckham so far. The Falcons have had a terrific drive so far. 10 plays, 62 yards. They're at the Packer 11-yard line. 5.5 to go here in the first quarter. Ritter, 5 of 8, 52 yards, and he's on a keeper now. He gets knocked out of bounds at the 4, call it the 3-yard line, but it is short of the first down. So Ritter doing a nice job here for Atlanta. They're definitely in a big-time scoring position here all of a sudden. Let's see if we can get that WNBA. I hesitate now. Mindy and I ended up going opposite each other here. It is 26-21 Lynx here. I liked the Lynx. I gave out the under on the show. I will say that on the late game, Mindy and I, we are in agreement. It is a consensus play on the over with Chicago and Las Vegas, game 2 of the WNBA playoffs. Ritter overthrew his receiver, but it looks like it's going to be a holding call here on Green Bay and give at least a new set of downs here for the Falcons as they try to convert on this long drive. He grabbed Pitts by the jersey, by the waist. C.J. Stroud, hey, he's done a nice job here getting Indianapolis now into scoring position, down to inside the 20 here. Stroud has it down to the 14 now. All right, Atlanta's got a new set of downs here. It looks like 1st and goal from the 1 against the Pack. A little play action. Ritter, now he's being chased out of the pocket. He had to throw it away. He had 2 receivers in the neighborhood, but the play kind of got blown up. Looks like a first down here for the Texans. Down 14-0. I did take Houston, no doubt about it. I was on Richardson. I thought maybe these rookie quarterbacks might be a little more equal, but right now Richardson showing, not that Richardson wasn't the high pick, we know that, but it's so hard in the NFL, but wow, he's been terrific. Atlanta is going to get stood up here as they tried to smash Robinson over the goal, and now it's going to be left with a 3rd down for Atlanta trying to get in from close. Now Houston here, running play with Pierce, going nowhere as they're trying to cash in on their trip into the red zone here. Now Atlanta's faced with a 3rd down and goal. After all this time, this has got to be at least an 8-minute drive here. Ritter, he almost tripped. He throws. It almost was intercepted. He threw it into 3 Packer players converging on the ball. There was a receiver in the area, but that was just they're going to have to decide what to do right now. I guess you got to go for it here with a 4th down and goal from the 1-yard line. I'm not taking 3 points here. I've just taken 8 minutes off the clock. What's the worst thing that can happen? Now, the Colts are helping out the Texans here a little bit. 4th down and goal. The drive's 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Just seems like 8 minutes. We've been watching this drive. 4th and goal. We're under 4 minutes to play. I'm sure this drive's been over 7 minutes. And now we've got a false start. Oh, no. Now you've probably got to take 3 points if you're Atlanta. Bad news for Atlanta. Good news if you've got the under like I do. We're almost through the first quarter here, no score. Here is Stroud with a lot of time. Make a decision, young man. He's chased out of the pocket now, waits for 3 guys, throws it to the back corner of the end zone. It was actually about as excellent a throw as you could make, given it had no chance of being completed, but it almost was. I think it was. And now Younghoe Koo is going to have to come in and try this field goal here from 25 yards out. So that sucks. 24-yarder. They've got it 3 points with 3:50 to go. Falcons are in the lead here over Green Bay. Okay, now Stroud has a situation here with a 3rd down and 6 from the Colts 8-yard line. Stroud. Oh, that is a beautiful catch by Collins. Stroud threw it high. It was almost like one of those, you're almost like, wow, is it a bad pass? It was one of those where only Collins was going to be able to go up and get this, or was going to sail out of the end zone. And he made a terrific catch. Right now, Stroud, let's throw that one away. Throw that turnover away. They're kind of saying with 2 receivers in the area, they're kind of looking like maybe it was intended for the receiver. I don't care. I mean, if it was a bad play, it was a brilliant pass. It looked good. C.J. Stroud should be proud right now of that pass. Great job, and it is 14-7. And right now, the most impressive game we're seeing offensively is by these 2 rookie quarterbacks out here. It feels like 14-7. These guys got all the other games covered with the points right now. All right. Let's see. We got something here. Baker Mayfield had a completion to Godwin into Bears territory. Looks like down to the 38-yard line. So it will be a 3rd down and 1 for the Buccaneers here. Baker, 6 of 8 for 79 yards here so far. And Justin Fields, 64 yards today. Patrick Mahomes, 64 yards so far. Geno Smith, 63 yards. The star of the day so far, Anthony Richardson, 35 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. DJ Moore has 64 yards receiving. Godwin, 47 yards. The Ravens just tried a 59-yard field goal. Justin Tucker, he missed a 59-yarder. So 7-0. Ravens continue to lead here as Tucker misses a long field goal attempt. We're just a half hour away from those college lines coming out, so hopefully we get some people joining us. Thanks, Thomas, for your comments here. I was hoping we'd get some people to join me here, but I could give out some live lines if that's your thing. Ryan Tannehill got sacked. Chargers lead 3-0 in that one so far. Let's see what we got for some current lines here on some of these games that have had some action. And such as that Colts-Texans game. The Colts are favored by 4.5. The total, 54.5. Seattle and Detroit, where we've already seen both teams score, 7-7. Right now, Detroit favored by 4.5, total 50.5, over favored minus $1.25. Jacksonville and Kansas City continues to go low, no score there. 4:18 to go in the first quarter. Chiefs are favored by 3.5, total 41.5. Joe Burrow on a 3rd down and 9. Hit a back out of the backfield, but it was just a gain of 2. They're probably going to have to punt there from the 48-yard line of the Ravens. Lawrence from his own end zone for the Jaguars throws a pass completion, 1st down for the Jaguars. Josh Allen threw a short pass for a short gain against the Raiders, but they're backed up all the way to their own 20-yard line right now. The Bills are favored by 6.5. Total 54.5 here against the Raiders with 2:11 to go in the first quarter. Atlanta 3, Green Bay nothing. Falcons favored by 3.5. Total 35.5. Bears and Bucks right now. This game's pretty much a pick 'em right here. Bears leading 7-3. Game has some action right now, been taken off the board. Josh Allen has a 3rd down and 6 from his own 20-yard line, but he got it to his big tight end. So 1st down for the Bills. Chargers with the ball at the 47-yard line, their own 47. A give to Mike Williams. Gets about 3 yards to the 50-yard line. All right. Bills have it out to the 27-yard line. And Allen completion out here to Gilliam. Gain of 3. 55 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Bills favored by 6.5, 53.5. Baker Mayfield has a 3rd down 6 at the Bears 22, and he's going for the end zone here, but the receiver was running the wrong route. Baker was thinking end zone, receiver stopped. Lawrence just threw a perfect pass. I don't want to say that Ridley maybe a little bit. It was a tough play, man. Ridley got behind his man, and he had to catch the receiver. He knew, okay, he got jostled out of bounds and then came back in and touched the ball. Oh. It's going to be a defensive penalty here against Kansas City, giving Jacksonville a 1st down. Okay. Tampa Bay is going to settle for a field goal opportunity here against the Bears. It is blocked. It is blocked, and the ball is available to be picked up by and the Bucks are going to recover it, but all the way out to midfield. Big play by the Bears special teams. Field goal attempt is turned into a possession at midfield. So big play here for the Bears on a 40-yard field goal attempt. And it was just one of the interior men coming through there to do that. Anthony Richardson throws one away here with his left hand. Very unique play. All right, 3-0. Atlanta continues to lead Green Bay. Atlanta favored by 3.5, 37.5. Thanks for joining me, everyone, here. Covering the action of the NFL early games here on the Tony'sPicks.com YouTube channel. I'm Ramon Scott. Jordan Love has the Packers in Atlanta territory. Love takes off running. He's got the 1st down and more, and he's going to rush. Oh, boy. A little bit of a pushing and shoving. Going to be all the way down to the 17-yard line as time ticks down here in the first quarter, but Green Bay has a big opportunity here, down 3-0 in this one. But a scoring opportunity here for the Pack. Yeah, call it the 19, I guess, when they finally marked it down. So that's going to be the end of the first quarter, though. There'll be no play. So into the first quarter in that one, I think that's Kansas City and Jacksonville's in the second quarter. Chargers and Titans are in the second quarter as well. All of them here, I believe, except for, yep, I think that's it. I think they're all in the second quarter now, it looks like. We got the Minnesota Lynx. Let me finish Mindy's baseball here while we're at it. Minnesota Lynx continue to lead Connecticut 35-34, 2:30 to go here in the first half. So these will be what? The afternoon games with Mindy. Giants money line, Angels money line, Padres money line. I think I did give these out actually. Mariners money line, Cubs money line. Yeah, Suns over, Aces over. All right, so we do have some premium consensus, Mindy and I, and those plays were just right now ready to go off. Atlanta and Miami, premium consensus for Mindy and I. Also, Kansas City Royals, run line against Houston. That's our premium consensus play. Also, the Texas Rangers on the road against the Guardians. That's our third play with 3 premium consensus plays today. And those are them. So we're still doing work. We're changing the format up just a little bit. A few other changes coming in the works here on the channel. So it should be great. I'm just happy I got a dozen of you here with me, or a handful. I don't know if we can gain enough traction to keep this going. I appreciate Thomas and everybody else here sticking along with me. The Bears have the ball here at the 47-yard line, their own 47-yard line. Minute and a half into the second quarter here. Fields wanted to crank up and go long, and he just like he always does, he held on to the ball too long. So, and it's holding. So, same deal every time for Justin Fields. Doesn't get rid of the ball. That's probably his bugaboo. The Colts went in there and dusted Fields. Stroud. Big time sack for the Colts here. Bills have moved into Raiders territory, and they keep the ball on the ground and got some nice yardage here down to the Raider 25-yard line for Harris. Just underway here, second quarter. Falcons 3, Packers nothing, but we know the Packers here are the big-time opportunity. The ball is at the 19. It's 1st and 10. First play of the second quarter. They keep it on the ground, but Dillon's going to get stood up. Might even call it a loss of a yard here in this one. On this one, Campbell still out here making plays for the Falcons. Read that one perfectly. Seen this movie before. Campbell, he dictated the play. That's bad offensive line play, too. All right, they called it no gain, so Love gets a chance, throws a completion down here, gain of about 8 yards to Musgrave, so he is in there today. We knew he was going to play. And, good-looking player here. Good target. We're going to see Musgrave. Love just 3 of 7 so far for 40 yards. Hi, Mighty Mole joining us from the network. Great to see you. That looks like a Bears win. And if they do, hats off to the Bears. They never, the Packers have picked up a first down. The Bears, they've got to start winning some games, you guys. The Bears have to start winning some games. All right. Hey, Jacksonville is into the red zone. No score in Kansas City and Jacksonville so far. I have a premium play on the under in that game, by the way. Or I'm sorry, it's on Jacksonville. Mindy and I have a consensus premium on the under in that game. 4th down and 1 for the Packers. Atlanta ends up calling the timeout. The Bills are at the 2-yard line here of the Raiders. Allen rolls, has a man wide open, and it is a touchdown. Dawson Knox has at least his second catch of the drive. Touchdown for the Bills. They're going to take the lead here. 14-7. 12-10 to go in the first half still. We've got our second game with 3 touchdowns so far. Now the Jacksonville Jaguars, they are making a few mistakes here. Penalty on Jacksonville just moves them back 5 yards. Jacksonville, this is what they've kind of improved on, but don't want to have these 5-yard penalties in the red zone right now. All right. There's a challenge going on in the Green Bay Atlanta game. I guess we're going to try to see if the spot. Okay, Jacksonville here. 3rd down and 7 now after that procedure penalty or a false start penalty. The ball is at the 14-yard line of Kansas City. Lawrence, he's got a man open the back of the end zone, but it was a great defensive play. It is not a touchdown. No way is that a touchdown. It was a good defensive play. Remember the old days, I want to say just 30 years ago, if you pushed a guy out of bounds, if the referee determined that he was going to land in, that was a touchdown. But there was a lot of momentum for the player. I want to give maybe too much credit, but definitely, put your hand on him at least. The Buccaneers just had a big play from Mike Evans. He wrestled the ball. He wrestled the ball away from his defender. They ended up in some hand fighting. Evans with a big play, and Baker hits him all the way it's a catch and run play, all the way down to the 7-yard line here, and Tampa Bay has the ball. They keep it on the ground here, just a gain of 1. It's going to be 2nd down and goal from the 6, but big play here for Tampa Bay in this one. Just 15 minutes away from these college lines. Hopefully, this is supposed to be the feature of the show in a way. We make a separate show out of it, so I'm ready. I've got my rotations. The Detroit Lions have the ball at the Seattle 31-yard line on a 4th down and 4, and a 4th down pass is incomplete. Good play by Seattle. Baker Mayfield with the attempt here for Tampa Bay. He pumps, fires, completes a pass. It's going to be a gain, but only for about 3 or 4 yards inside the 5. But now we're going to be 3rd down and goal from the 4. We do have breaking news from the game with Seattle. DK Metcalf has left the game temporarily with a rib injury. And he is being looked at. Maybe I wouldn't want to go as far as even saying questionable to return at this point. Yeah, we are seeing some of those DraftKings updates. We'll check those out. The Buccaneers are in the end zone for the touchdown. Rachaad White has a score for the Bucs. That's our premium play right there. The Buccaneers are in the lead. This is going to be tougher than it looks, but right now we are seeing a challenge in that Green Bay Atlanta game. I'll look at that Oregon State game as well. So we are seeing some of those DraftKings lines being updated right now. We're waiting on the circa lines, but we'll go over those momentarily here. All right. The Ravens are going for a punt from their own 27-yard line. Charlie Jones, the rookie from Cincinnati, the rookie from Purdue, returned it all the way for a touchdown, and the penalty is against Baltimore. Charlie Jones. How many times did I watch Charlie Jones broadcast games from Cincinnati? Well, here Charlie Jones has just returned the first punt return for a touchdown since Pac-Man did it way back in 2012. And Charlie Jones has just returned it for a touchdown for the Bengals against the Ravens. Big play to get the Ravens back in the game. Wow. Herbert in Tennessee territory here completes a pass to Gerald Everett to the 9, to the 8. He stood up there. 9 minutes to go in the first half. 3-0. Chargers leading in this one. Back to Jordan, the tribulations of Jordan Love. This is going to be a run-in for possibly a touchdown. It is a touchdown. We can review it. We'll see. Jaden Reed stepped right on the pylon. You know, usually you kick the pylon, you're in the end zone. If you look closely, the pylon, I made a tweet about this, the pylon is actually where it's placed. It's technically out of bounds, right? But again, as John Madden used to say, the goal line goes all the way around the world. Palmer has just made a great toe tap catch in the back left corner of the end zone here for the Chargers. It looks like they are looking and they are checking it out. Everyone, was the right foot in? Yes. Oh, I don't know. I think it might have been just 1 foot. Here it is again. He makes the catch. He's got the right foot in. Oh. I don't know if they're going to give him a touchdown on this. A great try. Oh, it's going to be no touchdown. I don't know. We need even a tighter view here. Here's the first foot down for Palmer, and then, oh, man. Chargers ends up with a 4th down 4. They don't challenge it. They're just going to say, hey, it wasn't a touchdown. It didn't look like it was. But wait a minute now. It is a challenge here by the Chargers. Why do you wait for so long? So I don't know. They're going to have something definitive. And if you could have super triple definition, but the problem is not all the cameras got the right, exposure on those. Hey, Geno Smith just had a play on 1st down and 10, and he hit a big completion down the left sideline here. Again, do have to see what's up. That was a tight end, Noah Fant, down the sidelines. But we'll see. Now here we go with Seattle again. 3rd down and 10 at the 27-yard line. Geno already has 105 yards and is 9-for-11, but he's got a 3rd and 10 here from the Detroit 27. And now he's being chased. He has to throw it away. They're just going to end up, I think they can get a field goal opportunity here. Did I miss a touchdown there for Cincinnati, Thomas? Thanks for updating us on. Oh, no, that was okay, yeah. The punt return for a touchdown. So DK, he is questionable to return. Oh, God, Seattle just missed a field goal terribly. It was a terrible, awful shank by Myers. A really bad field goal attempt. Tampa really bad here. He hooked it left bad. Well, I'm not thrilled now all of a sudden. So it's been good offense, but Patrick Mahomes, this is our first time we've seen Mahomes here, and it's a turnover. How about that? A completion. It looks like it's going to be a completion and a turnover. Oh, the Bills stand up the Raiders for a loss. I can take a look at some of those DraftKings football lines coming out. Some of those big games, such as Rutgers and Michigan by 28.5. SMU and TCU by 6.5. Auburn and Texas A&M by 8. These are current releases by DraftKings here. Boston College and Louisville was 16, now down to 15. But we're going to take a look at those circa moves with those bigger limits. That's what separates it a little bit from these others right now. Not that I'm not a limit. I can't even bet those limits, but they are impressive, and there are guys ready to fire. Show also here Oregon, 19.5. It looks like currently over Colorado in that big game. It opened lower. It opened as low as 16.5. Money on Oregon or adjustment on Oregon. Some of that might have been some look ahead. Down on Colorado a little bit after barely winning the game and not covering. Garoppolo steps up. He goes with incomplete here. So 4th down for the Raiders. This will be a long attempt if they go for a field goal. Georgia Tech and Wake Forest. Wake Forest favored by 6.5. Arkansas and LSU. LSU favored by 8.5. I see the Beavers there. 2-point favorite at Washington State. A big Pac-12 showdown. It's the Pac-2. Hey, it's the Pac-2 championship game. Oregon State and Washington State. Winner is the champion of the Pac-2. Oregon State favored by 2. Mississippi State and South Carolina. You got Gamecocks favored by 4.5. Raiders do get that field. What's Carlson? He's going to make it. So 14-7 now. 14-10 now in that one. 6:48 to go in the first half. So oh man. Herbert, I believe, has just thrown a touchdown to Keenan Allen here. First of all, Herbert, there might have been some type of illegal contact to Herbert up on his head or helmet area. Doesn't matter. Herbert rolled out, threw the pass to Allen, who was involved in some contact with his defender in the front of the end zone, but Allen came away with the catch. Touchdown Chargers. They're about to take a 10-0 lead. Chargers are going for 2, actually. And he's got a man wide open. They threw it to the big tackle, eligible. Big man with football, number 79 scores. Hey, a little bit of breaking news here. It looks like Anthony Richardson has left the game here with an undisclosed injury. Let's see if we can get that news right now on Richardson. He is questionable to return. See if we get that breaking news to you as well. We know he left last week's game when he got hit hard. So he is heading to the locker room right now. All right, Baltimore and Cincinnati under 10 minutes to go here. Going to be a field goal here. Justin Tucker. This one's a little bit closer. This one is from 44 yards, and he's got this one. So the Ravens end up taking a lead here of 10-7. Still 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. So Richardson, hey, maybe he'll be one of these injury-prone guys. You know what I say about those guys. Man, you don't want him to be one of those guys, but North Carolina at Pitt. North Carolina favored by 4, total 5.5. These are the DraftKings currently we're talking about. Central Florida and Kansas State. Kansas State favored by 9, but we're waiting for those circle lines to start to hit here any moment. And we'll start the show over with a little introduction and start to get these circa moves. We are seeing some other lines move as well for next week, including one of the games on Friday night in the Mountain West with Air Force and San Jose State. Air Force was 2. They look so dynamite. Now they're up to 3.5. See if we have. So Minshew will end up going into the game for the Colts. Richardson had to go into a concussion protocol at this point. He's under evaluation for a concussion. So you got to hope that Richardson passed all those tests. Could return to the game, I guess, if he could. But if he doesn't, he might miss a week here. What happened was that when he scored a touchdown, he got whacked. So here's the thing about Richardson right now. His efforts are extraordinary, but it's been 2 weeks in a row where he's rushing and trying very, very hard, putting his body on the line. And that's been kind of what's been affecting him. The Titans are all the way down the field right now and have the ball at the 1 yard line. We also see the Lions have scored a touchdown here. The Lions are up 14-7 on the Seahawks all of a sudden. Tannehill hit a bomb down the left sideline to Treylon Burks. Also, we have news here. The Colts have found the end zone again, and the Colts are another touchdown. They're on top of the Texans. Colts extend their lead to 20-7. Wow. Derrick Henry has a touchdown here for the Titans. It's now 11-7 Chargers with the lead. So what happened was Gardner Minshew in the game from the 11-yard line. They end up running the ball, and it was an 11-yard touchdown run. The Colts, and the route is on. Zach Moss, touchdown for the Colts. And, man, the Colts are having a kind of a – look, I know they're playing the Texans, but this is a breakthrough half right here for the Colts right now, having a real fun time here in this one. No, not fun with Anthony Richardson in the locker room, certainly. So, but Minshew had a big completion in the drive. He found a tight end down the right sideline that took the ball all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So, checking in with the Bills here and the Raiders. Definitely seeing some action here with the Bills moving close into the red zone here. In fact, it's going to be 2nd down and goal for the Bills as they already hold a 14-10 lead, and a chance here for more. 2nd down and goal from the 4-yard line of the Bills. Making it look easy here a little bit against the Raiders here. Josh Allen on a keeper. He tried to go over the top, but he got upended by Epps. Epps, a former Wyoming Cowboy as well. They let him down easy there a little bit. He tried to leap over Epps, and Epps grabbed him and let him down to the ground. The teammates meeting there. All right, we're getting a look at some of these lines right now, and quickly. Let's get out and see how these moves are going in college football at the Circa Sportsbook. Georgia State and Coastal Carolina. This one opened Coastal Carolina 4. It is now 7. Coastal Carolina is up to a 7-point favorite. The total opened 60.5 and is now 61. Go to Friday's action now, Wisconsin and Purdue. Wisconsin opened as a 4-point favorite on the road. They are now a 6-point favorite at Purdue. The total opened 54.5. It is now 53.5. NC State at Virginia. This one, that DraftKings look ahead was 9. Circa opened at 12. It was taken down to 10. The move to 10. NC State favored by 10. Jared Goff hit Khalif Raymond on a flea flicker for that touchdown to put the Lions up 14-7. Goff is 11 of 12 for 141 yards so far and 2 touchdowns. All right. Boise State and San Diego State. Look ahead line was 7. Boise State opened 8, and it's now 7. Total in that one opened Boise State 42.5. Total now 44. Oh, I'm sorry. NC State and Virginia. Total opened 47.5, down to 45.5. Buffalo Bills at the goal line here. Allen throws incomplete. The Raiders have stopped the Bills at the 1-yard line. Air Force opened a 4-point favorite at San Jose State. They are now a 3-point favorite. The total, Air Force and San Jose State opened 49.5. It's now 47.5. Let's go to action on Saturday now. Army and Syracuse. Syracuse opened a 9-point favorite. Let me see if I might keep this in rotation order, if you don't mind. Let's do that. Let's go in rotation order, if you don't mind. I'll give out the times. Georgia Tech and Wake Forest. Wake Forest opened an 8-point favorite. They're still an 8-point favorite at Circa. Total open 60.5. It's still 60.5. DraftKings has this game at 7. This game will be at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. Miami of Florida and Temple. This one opened Miami of Florida 23. It's been bet up to minus 26. The total opened 49.5. No change. This one's at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. Army and Syracuse. Syracuse opened 9. It's now Syracuse minus 13. Total open 46.5. It's been bet up to 50. Texas Tech and West Virginia. Texas Tech opened a 3-point favorite. It's been bet up to 5. That look-ahead line was 2 and was eventually bet up to 3. Now it's Texas Tech 5. The total opened 55.5. It has been bet down to 54. That game is at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. Virginia Tech and Marshall. Marshall opened a 9-point favorite. They're still a 9-point favorite. The total opened 44.5. They're down to 43. UAB in Georgia. Georgia opened a 37-point favorite, and that's where it stands. The total opened 48.5. It's been bet up to 51, UAB in Georgia. That game is at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. Joey B, a little completion here. Bengals out of bounds, the 15-yard line as they try to capitalize here. Chargers at the 15-yard line of the Titans right now on a 2nd and 10, keeping the ball on the ground. New Mexico and UMass. UMass open a 1-point favorite. They're still a 1-point favorite. Total open 48.5. It is up to 51.5. That game's at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. Bengals here at the 9-yard line. 3rd down and 5. They can still get a first down here against Cincinnati for Joey. But he goes for the end zone. He's got himself. Oh, that's a great defensive play, man. Great defensive play because the ball was originally secured and then knocked away. Herbert, little fade pass. Incomplete. Chargers will be going for a field goal here, it looks like. Mississippi State and South Carolina. South Carolina open 4. It's still 4. Total open 44.5. It's up to 50. Boston College, that game at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. Boston College and Louisville. Louisville opened 11. It's now 14. It was as high as 16 on the look-ahead line at DraftKings, and it's now 14. So maybe it could go higher. Total 55.5. Boston College and Louisville, no change. That game is at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. Akron and Indiana. Indiana opened a 17-point favorite. They are now a 20-point favorite. The total opened 45.5, and that's where it stays. That game's at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. Florida State and Clemson. Look-ahead lines had this one Florida State by 1.5, and then bet up to 2.5 on DraftKings last week. Currently, though, this line has opened at a pickup. Total open 52.5. It has been bet up to 55. Florida State and Clemson. Duke and Connecticut. Duke opened 23. It's still 23. The total opened 49.5. It's now 48. Duke and Connecticut. That game is at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. Packers keeping it on the ground here, second down. C.J. Stroud has the Texans inside the red zone here as well. Here, these rookie quarterbacks making me look bad here with this under, but Tennessee opened minus 13 against UTSA. They are now a 17-point favorite. This total opened 58.5. It is now 56.5. UTSA and Tennessee. This game's at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific. North Carolina and Pittsburgh. This one had a look-ahead line of North Carolina 4. It was bet up to 5.5. Circa opened at 6. It's been bet down to 5. Maybe the action coming in on Pittsburgh here a little bit. Total open 50.5, and that's where it still is. Jordan Love just had an attempt in the end zone, but incomplete. Texans trying to get something done here in the red zone. BYU and Kansas. That look-ahead line was 7, bet up to 7.5. Circa opened at 7, bet up to 8. Total 55.5 at the opener, was bet up to 57.5. BYU and Kansas is at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. Rutgers and Michigan. Michigan opened. Big discrepancy here if you have the access to it. Michigan opening 23.5 at Circa. They are bet up to 25. Packers extend their lead to 10-3 over the Falcons right now. C.J. Stroud is just overthrown a pass intended for the end zone receiver, Schultz. Right now, so Rutgers and Michigan open 23, bet up to 25. DraftKings opened it on the look-ahead at 28.5, and it's currently 27.5. So look for something in there. Maybe it'll end up around 26 or so. Total open 45.5, and that's where it stays. Oklahoma and Cincinnati. Oklahoma opened minus 11 on the road. They are bet up to minus 13. The total opened 59.5. It is now bet up to 60.5. Georgia Southern and Ball State. In this one, Georgia Southern opened minus 6. They are now minus 7. The total in Georgia Southern and Ball State opened 55.5. It is bet up to 59. Rice and South Florida. This game opened a pick at Circa. It is now Rice minus 3. The total opened 54.5. It has been bet up to 56 in the Rice South Florida game. DK Metcalf returns to the game for Seattle. Chicago moving in close to the red zone here late in the first half with Justin Fields. He held on to the ball too long again and got sacked again. Get rid of the ball. I know they tell this guy week after week. Okay. Toledo opened 20. They're now 21.5. Total opened 54.5, now 55.5. Lamar Jackson rushes for a first down before he gets hit hard out of bounds. In bounds, but near the boundary anyway, not a penalty or anything. Oklahoma State here against Iowa State. Iowa State opened 3. It's still 3. Total opened 35.5, is now 36. Minnesota at Northwestern. Minnesota opened an 11-point favorite. They're still an 11-point favorite. Total opened 41.5, now down to 39.5. We're approaching the 2-minute warning in many of these games. Chicago and Tampa Bay, the Bears have tied the game. 1:55 to go in the first half. It's 10-10. Chicago and Tampa Bay. Florida Atlantic and Illinois. In this one, Illinois opened a 13-point favorite. They're now a 13.5-point favorite. Total opened 49.5, one tick down to 49. Southern Miss and Arkansas State is at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. A lot of these are on time changes. I haven't been giving you a good update on that. Southern Mississippi and Arkansas State. Southern Miss opened a 6-point favorite. They are down to a 4-point favorite. The total opened 47.5. One tick up, call it 48. Southern Miss and Arkansas State. James Madison and Utah State. DraftKings has this one opening at 4.5 right now. Circa has this one opening at 2, but bet up to 3. I'll probably look for it to go to 4 if that's going to be the case. Total here opens 51.5. UCLA and Utah. DraftKings has this one at 5.5. Circa opened at Utah 7. It has been bet down all the way to 4.5, so let's call it 5 on a consensus line. Total open 54.5 is bet down to 51.5. UCLA and Utah is at 3:30 Eastern and 12:30 Pacific. Arizona and Stanford. Been a move at both sites right now. Looks like Anthony Richardson is done for the game. He has a concussion. The Colts lead 21-10, but bad news, man. 2 weeks in a row. Anthony Richardson injured. He got hit hard. He hit his head on the back, on the ground when he was tackled following a touchdown. So rough news there for Richardson. Arizona open an 8-point favorite. Call it 10 now at Circa against Stanford. Total open 62.5. Total now 60, down 2.5 points off that opener. USC at Arizona State. USC is a 30.5-point favorite on the opener. Bet up to 31. Total open 56.5. Bet up to 58.5. USC and Arizona State is at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. Colorado and Oregon. Oregon opened on the look ahead as low as 16.5, but opened at Circa at 21, has been bet back down to 20. And that's where it stands right now, 19.5 at DraftKings. Total open 66.5, and it is now 70. My main stream has gone out. Let's cover lines while we do this. Washington and Cal. DraftKings opened a look ahead at 20.5. It's now 21 at DraftKings. However, Circa has opened this game Washington minus 22. The total opened 64.5. It is now 62. California and Washington is at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. Oregon State and Washington State. Circa opened this one at minus 2. They opened at 54.5 on the total, and it has been bet up to 56. Oregon State and Washington State is at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Ohio and Bowling Green. Ohio opened 10. It's still 10. Total open 49.5 has been bet down to 46.5. Maryland and Michigan State. Maryland opened 4. It's now Maryland minus 6. Total open 56.5. It's been bet down to 52.5. Kentucky and Vanderbilt. Kentucky open minus 12. It's been bet up to minus 13.5. The total opened 50.5, and that's where it stays. Kentucky and Vanderbilt is at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. SMU and TCU. TCU opened 7. It is now TCU minus 6. The total opened 68.5 and has been bet down to 65.5. SMU and TCU is at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Baker doing some Baker things here. He might have drawn a penalty on a late hit. Louisiana Tech and Nebraska. Nebraska opened as a 22-point favorite. They've been bet down to a 20-point favorite. Total opened 50.5. It's now down to 49. Tulsa and Northern Illinois. Northern Illinois opened a 4-point favorite. They're still a 4-point favorite. Total opened 54.5. It's still 54.5. Tulsa and Northern Illinois is at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Memphis at Missouri. And in this one, Memphis and Missouri, here's some action here late in the first half of the Raiders and Buffalo. Anyways, Memphis and Missouri, this one opened Missouri minus 8, bet down to 6. This one's being played in St. Louis. The total here opened 52.5, and it has been bet down to 54.5. Central Florida and Kansas State, this is the biggest mover of the openers at Circa, so you be the judge. Did they just make a mistake? Kansas State opened an 8-point favorite. They're still an 8-point favorite. The total opened 48.5, and it has been bet up to 55.5 here in this one. Central Florida and Kansas State is at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Mississippi and Alabama. Alabama opened a 6-point favorite. They've been bet up to a 7-point favorite over Ole Miss. Total opened 52.5. It is now 53.5. Central Michigan and South Alabama. South Alabama opened a 15-point favorite. They're still a 15-point favorite. Total opened 48.5. It's been bet up to 51.5. Central Michigan and Alabama is at 5 p.m. Eastern and 2 p.m. Pacific. Nevada and Texas State. Texas State opened a 14-point favorite. They were bet up to a 17-point favorite. The total opened 60.5. It's now 62. Nevada and Texas State is at 7 Eastern and 4 Pacific time. Texas and Baylor. This reminds me of the score phone days. Okay. Josh Allen just tried to throw to his tight end Kincaid in the end zone, but it was broken up. Also, the Buccaneers here in the red zone at this time. They're at the 12-yard line of the Bears, but he gets it away, but it's going to be out of the end zone, and looks like Tampa will try to kick a field goal here. Also, a field goal coming up here for Tennessee, and they'll trail 14-10 heading in to halftime with the Chargers. The Ravens are in the red zone here against Cincinnati in a tie game. Jackson pumps, finds his man back of the end zone. Oh, you know what? Andrews caught it, but a collision with his own player deflected the ball, but here comes a penalty holding on the Ravens. That play took too long to develop anyways. There had to be some holding there, right? The Bills have the ball at the 11-yard line of the Raiders, and Allen pressured, throws. What a pass by Josh Allen. He was about to go down. He sidearmed the pass to Shakir, and it was caught right near the front of the end zone for a great touchdown by Josh Allen. We were critical, but this was the play. This is what you want from Josh. It was not exactly an easy pass. It was a dangerous pass too, but what a pass by Josh Allen. And Baltimore way back here at the 23-yard line now. Cincinnati 1st and 20. Jackson on a designed draw play. And he's rumbled all the way down to the 4-yard line. He almost got the first down. We do have a flag down. And it's holding on the Ravens again. We'll see where it was. I mean, spot foul, but Kansas City here. It's 3-0. I do have a premium play on the under here. 30 seconds go in the first half. Here's a touchdown in Kansas City, but we do have a penalty. Sky Moore has a penalty. There is a flag down. Did Sky Moore push off? Mahomes gives a celebration. If Mahomes thinks it's a touchdown, he hangs out with these referees. He knows exactly what's going on already. He's not going to go down there, I don't think. And it might be holding on the defense is what I'm thinking. Here comes the call on it. We're waiting. It is a touchdown. Also, Ritter trying to tie the game here for Atlanta, but he tried his own. He just pulled off his own Josh Allen play. Ritter just completed a sidearm pass to Drake London, and Drake London has a touchdown for Atlanta. Is going to tie this game up with 12 seconds to go in the first half. Big time action here in this in all these games at this point. Even the Colts are threatening to go in the end zone again with Minshew. He throws a completion inside the 5-yard line, and the Colts are on the door here. All right, man. Where were we? Great action here. Typical end of the half here. And Gardner Minshew's got a first down and goal. Minshew, he's got his man. Oh, God, did he get just short of the goal line? It looks like I would almost challenge it. If I have it, I'm challenging. I think he might have stuck the ball right over the – oh, God, no, maybe not. Okay. But there's 7 seconds. Man, you almost got to challenge it there if you have it left. I don't know what's going on. So 11 seconds left for Lamar. He does a design keeper again. He takes a dive down to the 27. They're going to play for a field goal here. Texas and Baylor continuing on. Texas opened a 13-point favorite. They've been up to a 14-point favorite. DraftKings has it currently at 15. Total open 49.5. Bet up to 51.5. Texas and Baylor is at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. Arkansas and LSU. LSU opened 17. It's now 18. The total opened 55.5. It's now 57. I'm not seeing your comments because I'm talking on one screen, so appreciate anybody who is saying anything about these lines or whatever's going on. Arkansas and LSU is at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. I'll get right back with you in just a moment here. Baltimore going for a field goal here. We're almost done with that original scan of these lines, and we'll go over them again. Western at halftime. Western Kentucky at Troy. Troy open 2. They're bet up to 3.5. Total open 56.5. It's now 57.5. Buffalo and Louisiana. Louisiana opened a 9-point favorite. They're bet up to a 10-point favorite. Total open 54.5. It's now 58. Buffalo and Lafayette is at 7:30 Eastern and 4:30 Pacific. Auburn and Texas A&M. Tucker just made a 40-yard field goal, and the Ravens will lead at halftime 13-10. Oh. Okay, Auburn and Texas A&M. They're reviewing that game and that touchdown here with Indianapolis and Houston. I thought maybe just a very tip of the ball might win over, but it's inconclusive, I believe. It is a touchdown. It is a touchdown for Indianapolis, and they have 28 points with 2 different quarterbacks in the first half here on the Texans. Not only rookie Anthony Richardson, but also Gardner Minshew throws a touchdown pass. They did rush for one other touchdown with a back. But Auburn and A&M. A&M opened 6. It's now 7. DK opened at 8. It's now 7 at DK. Total opened 54.5. It's now 52.5. Auburn and A&M is at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Eastern Michigan at Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State opened a 4-point favorite. They're now a 6-point favorite. Eastern Michigan opened 54.5. It's now 51. New Mexico State and Hawaii. Hawaii opened 3. It's now 2. New Mexico State and Hawaii opened with a total of 55.5. It is now 58.5. This game is at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Liberty and Florida International. Liberty opened minus 11. They're now a 13-point road favorite. The total in this one opened 59.5. This is the second biggest mover. It's down 6 points to 53.5. Liberty and Florida International. Charlotte and Florida. The Gators opened a 24-point favorite at Circa. Don't worry, it's now 27. DraftKings has it at 29.5. Get it while it's hot. Florida, big mover here early. Total open 49.5. Total now 51. Charlotte and Florida. Appalachian State and Wyoming. Wyoming open 3. It's been bet down to 1. DraftKings does have it at 2.5. Total open 41.5. It's now up to 43. Colorado State, Middle Tennessee. Middle Tennessee open 2. It's still 2. Total open 57.5. Bet down to 53.5. Boy, Trevor Lawrence just hit a. Ridley is back, folks. If he wasn't back last game, he's still back. He's back even more this week. Colorado State, Middle Tennessee State, that total dropped to 53.5, as we said. Sam Houston against Houston. Kind of the same thing, isn't it? Houston opened a 14-point favorite, bet down to 13, but I will say DraftKings currently looks like their line is 15. So we'll see if it goes back up to maybe falls around 14 at this point. Total open 38.5, Sam Houston and Houston, and it's still 38.5. Ohio State and Notre Dame. Ohio State open a 3-point favorite. The total, it's still a 3-point favorite. I will say there is a local book here in Las Vegas that may have it at 3.5, but looks like 3 at this point. Ohio State on the road, 3-0 against 4-0. Notre Dame and Ohio State open 51.5. It is now bet up to 53.5. That game's at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. Iowa and Penn State. Penn State open 14. It's still 14. Total open 39. It's now 41.5. Open 39.5. It's now 41.5. UNLV and UTEP. UNLV opened a 4-point favorite. It's been bet down to 2.5. Total open 54.5. It's been bet down to 50.5. Kent State minus 55. Start over on this one. Kent State and Fresno State. Fresno State opened 23 at home. They're now 24 at Circa. It's all the way up to 25.5 at DraftKings. The total in Kent State and Fresno opened 55.5. It's now 51. All right. We're going to give another run through, let a little bit more movement happen. We'll see if anything goes back the other way, if it bounces and keeps going. But I'm going to take a halftime break here. All the games are at halftime. Let's go over some halftime lines. Maybe some of these are just stepping away. Now, here we go in order here. 1 minute to go. Seattle and Detroit. Detroit minus a half. Total 24. Detroit leads that game 14-7. Next one up will be Chargers and Titans. Chargers lead 14-10. Second half line here, Titans minus a half at even. Total 22.5. Showing some 23s out there as well. Next one up, Bears and Bucks. Bucks lead 13-10. Bucks are minus a half at even money, maybe minus a half. Total 21, shaded to the over. 21 over 15, 21 over 20. Another one here, Packers and Falcons. Packers lead 10-9 at halftime. Second half line, Falcons minus 3. Total 20.5. Here's another one, Indianapolis and Houston. Houston leading, Indianapolis leading 28-10. Halftime line, Houston minus 3.5. Total 20.5. Showing another line coming out 3 minus 115. Total 20. Raiders and Bills. Bills leading 21-10. Bills minus 3. Total 24 under or 23.5 over. A couple different lines here, but it's hanging out right there about 24 ish. Kansas City and Jacksonville. Kansas City leads this one 7-6. Looks like they're going to be about a 1.5 point favorite here in the second half, maybe 2, as it goes up at a couple places at 2, and the total is 24. Stick around, back for the second half. We're going to look at everything a little bit more closely with these opening lines. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, Blake. And thanks for stepping in, everybody. I'll be right back with a little bit more coverage. And we'll see if we get some traction on this show. Not too thrilled, but I'm happy to be here with you guys. Stay tuned. All right, back underway in the second half. We got a turnover to start things off, apparently, here. Got an instant scoring opportunity as the Seattle Seahawks have capitalized on a Detroit turnover on the first play by, I guess it was a kickoff. I just went to the refrigerator like a normal human being, and Seattle has the ball at the 2-yard line of Detroit, trying to take it in. Only 21 points scored in the first half, and this is a premium pick for me over. How square am I? I heard a lot of experts, even some of our chat, talking about the under, and I thought, what have I seen wrong here? And I've needed a break here just to get back involved. Seattle looks like they're going to get a rushing touchdown, another one for Kenneth Walker. Will Kenneth Walker be one of the leading touchdown scorers in the NFL this season? Watch out. He's got 2 of them in this game. I know this is just one game, but he is a good short yardage back right there, and he is tying this game up at 28. He had 14 all here. Of course, I'm adding it up like it's a total because I'm got the over here. But Myers boots it through, so we've got a tie game in Detroit. Call it almost halftime, and now you've got 28 points. Pardon me. All right, we can go down the lines here once again. Hi, Blake. Right, stay healthy, right, Blake? Thanks for hanging out there with me while I was reading those, and you were covering it for the few people here. And I enjoy being here with a couple of you guys, but it doesn't feel like we're gaining much traction here. I'm trying to be an entertaining host as I watch some of these games. I know you guys are watching the games and everything. I'm just here alone watching these, and here's Tennessee against the Chargers, 14-10 right now. I want to cover those lines again. I'm going to look over the lines here from college football, give it the once over, see what the additional moves have been on the games. I might only read it off if there's been a change to the line that we've already read off. There is on many of them. So we're going to get a second run through of the moves here. Grab your pens, pencils, and scorecards. The Titans are on the Chargers side of the field now to the 40-yard line. So Wisconsin and Purdue, this one continues. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back one game. The game we didn't properly introduce on the show. I thought I didn't start the show like I wanted to. I want to do like a restart at the top of the hour, like, oh, now let's get into the lines. But they all started flashing up there so fast. I got so excited. So Georgia State and Coastal Carolina has moved now to 61.5 on the total, just a half a point more increase off the opener of 60.5. Georgia State and Coastal. Oh boy, big paw there, knocking a ball down there for Chargers. Now we can continue on. Wisconsin and Purdue. There's been just another move here within the last 5 minutes where Wisconsin is now a 6.5 point favorite. Remember, DK already listing this one at 7. Circa opened it all the way down at 4. Quickly bet up 6.5. Could it go to 7 if you're interested here? Back underway, Bears and Buccaneers as well. North Carolina State and Virginia. I said I wasn't going to talk about it if there was no change. How about Boise State and San Diego State? Despite San Diego State's really weak offense, this total continues to be on the move higher, up to 45.5. Okay, so San Diego State now they're back in a little bit of Mountain West action here against a rival kind of Boise State. Now it's up to 45.5, open 42.5. San Diego State can't even get out of their own way. All they have is big boy falling all over the place, running keepers all day long, it seems like. Looks like a free play here for Tannehill, but he can't pick up the ball. Air Force and San Jose State, what a performance by Air Force last week. And San Jose acquitted themselves well. I thought they would be a little bit overmatched at Toledo. I think they ended up getting the money right. This total has ticked down one more notch here to 47. Open 49.5, quickly bet down to 47.5, and now down to 47. Tampa Bay sacks, guess who? Justin Fields. That wasn't his fault. It wasn't necessarily eating the ball this time. They got in really quick. Georgia Tech and Wake Forest. This one now is moving here a little bit. We said it opened Wake Forest 8 and didn't move. Well, now it's 7, which is right in line with that DraftKings number, -7. Oh, God, that should be a penalty. Total helmet-to-helmet action right there on that poor Titans receiver. It's just one of those things. I mean, even if the defender, you got to try not to do that. That's all. That's all there is to it. Nobody's saying any of these defenders that get in that situation are doing it on purpose, but to make it a safer game, you got to be not as it's hard. It's hard. You're trying to make money. You're trying to be. Georgia Tech and Wake Forest open 60.5. It's now down to 60. Miami and Florida and Temple has seen a big move since we opened the line. We know it went from 23 to 26. The total, we said, open 49.5 and was staying there. Well, now Miami, Florida, and Temple is all the way up to 53. That total on the move. Amon-Ra St. Brown finally getting into action here a little bit. Lions already down the field here. All right, here come the Titans. They're at the Chargers' 28-yard line. Derrick Henry goes bashing up the middle for a little bit of a gain. Okay. Texas Tech and West Virginia game moved back up to 55 off 54.5. Virginia Tech and Marshall is all the way down to 41.5 now. That's 3 points lower than that 44.5 opener. Marshall, we reported as a 9-point opener with no move. It's now 8. Montgomery has just gone all the way into the end zone. There is a flag down for Detroit. Montgomery with an incredible effort, carrying defenders, bowling over defenders, rolling into the end zone, but there is a flag down. UAB in Georgia, we reported it opened 37 and stayed there, but now Georgia's a 39-point favorite. Offensive pass interference, so no touchdown for Detroit. UAB opened 48.5. It went up to 51, we reported. It is now 53. By the way, DraftKings has this game at 40, so circa at 39. Okay, some more here now. More moves here, and these are pretty much up to the minute, I'd say. Maybe not up to the second. I might even be by the time I get down to the right spots, but I'm trying to go in order again here. I see the board kind of lighting up. I just don't want to jump all over the place. Kind of keep everybody in order here. If you're using Vegas rotation, maybe I'm old school. Maybe I'm doing it all wrong. Goff has his man, and the Lions are down inside the 15. St. Brown is down a little bit. He's having trouble, maybe some cramping or just a little bit of soreness here. UAB in Georgia. We gave you that okay here. New Mexico and UMass. Back down to 50.5 now. Was 51.5. Not a great game, obviously. Tannehill, they're going like option run here. Tannehill keeps it and goes into the end zone for a touchdown. Tannehill, I didn't know if it was Tannehill or if that was I am hip. He was ready to do a little option pass. I thought I was in the Big 8 there for a second. Tannehill was running a little option play. Touchdown. Here's Goff. They're going to keep it on the ground here. Montgomery again. Good rushing here by Montgomery. Mississippi State and South Carolina, that one opened 4. It's now 5 at Circa, but 4.5 at DraftKings. Mississippi State opened 44. Okay, same total there, no change. Here's a big run here by Pacheco. He gets a big run for the Chiefs into Jacksonville territory, 31-yard run for Pacheco. And the Chiefs have good field position. Hey, the Lions have a 4th down and 3, and they run a little inside handoff to pick up the first down. A well-designed play by the Lions. Josh Allen, from his own 21-yard line, throws incomplete. Boston College in Louisville opened 55. It's now, or opened 55.5. It's now down to 55 in the BC and Louisville game. It opened 11 up to 14, back down to 13.5 now. Akron and Indiana, this one has moved back down now. After going from 17 to 18, it's back down to 18. DraftKings has it at 17 right now. Florida State and Clemson. Florida State has moved from pick'em to a 1-point favorite. Florida State looks like they are. DraftKings has them, though, at 2.5. Another Vegas book has them at 2. So could Florida State be on the move here a little bit? Mahomes from the 16-yard line of Jacksonville. They'll try to run it, but probably not against this Jacksonville defense right now. 7-6 in this one. Chiefs on top. The Lions, 2nd down, little Goff, play action. He's going to completed pass here, short of the goal. Maybe they're inside the 5 here. Josh Allen from the Raider 15, just short of the first down. They're going to be faced with a 4th and 1 at like the 11-yard line. Mahomes sidearms one to Kelsey to get down to the 9-yard line of Jacksonville. Back to Detroit, where Goff Straight ahead, Montgomery, 5-yard rushing in for a touchdown for the Detroit Lions, and the Lions have the lead 20-14 here early in the 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Touchdown, Montgomery, the former Bear, has it. Florida State and Clemson. We mentioned Florida State by 1. We'll see what happens there. UTSA and Tennessee, this has been one of the biggest movers, no doubt. Even if they opened it a little too low, we saw it 13, Tennessee minus 13. Quickly bet up to 17 against UTSA. We know Tennessee coming off the loss at Florida. It's now 20. UTSA is getting some downgrading at this point, and Tennessee, I mean, it's still a tough game. They never succeed in Florida. They didn't look great, but still coming out of it is a non-conference game, so just got to keep that in mind here. Payday time for the Roadrunners. Here comes Mahomes rolling right on a 3rd and 3, but he's got Kelsey wide open to the end zone for a touchdown, and the Kansas City Chiefs have taken the 13-6 lead with PAT pending here on Jacksonville. North Carolina and Pittsburgh, it's now pretty much 6 everywhere after it was 5. BYU and Kansas. Kansas opened 7. We reported it had been bet up to 8. It is now Kansas 9.5, although DraftKings is currently hanging an 8. Rutgers and Michigan. DraftKings has moved this game up to 26. Remember, the DraftKings look ahead was 28.5. Circa still holding a 25. Burrow just got picked off at the end zone, and look out, this could be a 99-yard return right now unless Burrows can knock the – oh, and he didn't quite maybe realize, or maybe he thought it was going to – doesn't matter. Great interception and a big, big play right here for the Ravens to turn away the Bengals. Interception at the goal line, at least a 50-yard return right there. The Bengals only have 100 yards of total offense right now, having another tough time on offense at this point. Bengals getting shut down right now. And they still had a big chance right there. Ravens lead 13-10. Okay, let's see if I got any other great moves here for you. Here come the Packers. They're at the 32-yard line of Atlanta, and Jordan Love fires and has got – look at this. It's going to be a touchdown. Wicks has the score, and man, Dontavian Wicks, 2 nice catches on this drive. Look out for Dontavian Wicks here with the score from Love, and the Packers have extended the lead. They led in that game by 10-9 because of a missed extra point by Younghoe Koo, and now the Packers lead 16-9 here. Packers with Love. It might be a little something. I'm playing Atlanta here on the road. I get it, but you got to live and grow and learn. All right. Buffalo already with an 11-point lead on the Raiders, and Allen flares it out here. Short of the goal. Bills are down to the 2-yard line here. Murray out of bounds. It's going to be 4th and goal. Chargers have the ball at midfield against Tennessee, and Herbert gets smashed down and sacked. So Titans still holding that 17-14 lead. Hey, they're going to send out Tyler Bass for a field goal here, are the Bills at this point. They're going to call timeout, so maybe they're going to think about it. All right, a few more moves here. Rice was a 3-point. Rice was a pick, bet up to 3. It's now back down to 2. Total went from 54.5 to 56. It's back down to 55. So maybe taking some positions here a little bit. Wouldn't say these moves are too crazy at this point. Oklahoma State opened 35.5, moved up to 36, now 36.5. Minnesota, we opened 11, and that's where it stayed at the time. Wow, Zay Flowers we talked about him on the show earlier today, and I talked about how Flowers he just made a great catch for the Ravens here, and now the Ravens have a first and goal. Zay Flowers has been a breakout star here, and now they just handed the ball off to him on an inside handoff, and he's inside the 5. Now the Bills have changed their mind. They're going to go for it on 4th down from the 2. Allen is forced, pressured out of the pocket, fires across his body. It is a touchdown, no doubt about it. He's got Davis. That's a great play by Josh Allen. Josh Allen has had a great day after everybody was critical of him. Jackson, they tried to get it to Flowers again, but he gets rushed out of bounds on 2nd down. Minnesota was an 11-point favorite. They're bet up to a 13-point favorite. Also want to add here, I see a little bit of movement. Southern Miss possibly back up to a 6.5-point favorite here. We'll get to that one in just a moment. Right now, the Ravens have the ball at the 3-yard line of Cincinnati, and it's 3rd down and goal. They're holding a 3-point lead. Jackson, he's got his tight end. I believe it's going to be a touchdown. Andrews caught it. He extended over the goal line. He hit the ground. The ball was jarred loose. The referee puts his arms up. Touchdown, Mark Andrews. And Baltimore leads 19-10. Mark Andrews dominates the Cincinnati Bengals. Where I go? There I am. Mike Evans has just scored a touchdown for Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay has a 20-10 lead, and it's going to be Baker Mayfield crazy for at least a week here. They're playing the Bears, so touchdown here. Tampa Bay is going to extend their lead. We did give out Tampa Bay as a premium pick here. Not going to say Mike Evans, 5 catches and a touchdown here. So Mike Evans, he's far from done. Who wanted to put Mike Evans out to pasture? Nobody? Did you downgrade Mike Evans in your preseason draft without a good quarterback? Here comes Seattle in the red zone right now. Geno just with a completion here. If Seattle can get into the end zone here, still 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Seattle's moving in for possibly a game-tying score here. They went for it on 4th down. They rushed for the 1st down. Crashed it over with you-know-who, Walker. All right. Now Seattle. You've got Walker, and you're in the red zone. Anybody for a Walker touchdown? It is 1st and goal. They're at the 7-yard line. Jumbo package here, the give to Walker. Now, he's not going to have enough to get on the outside of that one, although he did get a couple of yards. His game is straight ahead, but he had to bounce outside a little bit there. Atlanta on the ensuing possession after Green Bay scored a touchdown. Ritter had a short pass, and it was complete to Smith. All right, let's get back to that. Thought they were going to bring a big play on me there. I want to get back to some of these moves, though, too. 2nd down goal here now for the Hawks. Now they're splitting them wide. Oh, the ball is terrible snap, and now they had to – we got Pat. I mean, if there's no flag on that one, although Metcalf was doing some of his own pushing and shoving, but I think it was just too obvious on Joseph that it's going to be a penalty on the Lions, and it's going to be a little bit closer with a 1st and goal there. The ball was originally on the ground on the snap. The snap was on the ground. So, and what had happened was, and then Metcalf had his hand locked up with the face mask of uh, the defender. I mean, it could easily be. Yes, it did a great job by the officials here. They saw the face mask, so offsetting penalties. So a replay of the down here, a little bit of a benefit, really, it looks like to a certain extent, even though Seattle didn't get the score, didn't get a loss of down or anything. The play was butchered from the outset. So they're still faced with a second goal here. At the 7 for Gino. And Gino directing traffic, but he's going to have to sail this one out of the back of the end zone here. So 3rd down and goal. Atlanta, a little play action here with Ritter. He's being forced out, though. He's going to have to toss this one away. All right, let me get back to some of the lines here, maybe. As we see now, some of the offshores are starting to open up some lines. We can get some comparisons as well. The biggest Square offshore book is setting out their lines at this time as well. So we'll get some consensus here on some of these. Gino, 3rd and goal from the 7. This one was almost intercepted, man. And if the ball wasn't either deflected at the line or Gino's arm, it was kind of floating like a duck. So the defender couldn't kind of get a judgment of the ball here. Bijan Robinson is rushing Atlanta very, very close here to the end zone in this one here with a score 17-9. So Seattle's going to end up having to settle for a field goal here. Oh, man. That sucks. Can I say that? 21-17 Lions. Ritter just threw it to the back of the end zone, and it might have been a touchdown. The referee's going to evaluate it, and it was a great job of keeping the toes inside by Hollins. Mac Hollins, excellent. He's definitely adept at the toe tap catch. And this one was one like you usually don't see before, too often, where he jumped up and brought his tiptoes down while facing the quarterback, not something over the shoulder. So he had to jump up, and I think you got to give that to him. I think you give that to him. The toes get. Oh gosh, I'd have to give it to him. I mean, your job as a receiver is to make sure that the area that you touch down is all green. Now, maybe just the left heel is going to be touching blades of artificial turf that have white paint. So he did an excellent job. He did as well as he could do to get that one. The Chargers are back wrapping up Tannehill for a sack. 2:39 there to go. Joey Bosa, we said, would he play? He's got 2 sacks. He's always on the injured list. The Raiders down by 18 today, and Garoppolo throws an interception, and the Bills have it. So Raiders reevaluate. Maybe we can move the Bills back up here. They'll go to 1-0 probably, and it's still 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. But the linebacker actually jumped over the Raiders player and intercepted the ball like he was 20-10 here, the Ravens, but Burrow hits his man here with Boyd. Oh, we're still looking at that Atlanta play here. I want to get back to some lines here before I let you guys go at the top of the next hour after these games, and I'll enjoy the 4 games. the afternoon games here a little bit. Appreciate you stopping by for some of this evaluation of these opening lines. So we can cover a few more here a little bit right now. Like I said, with some of the other books coming out with their lines as well. Okay, where did we leave off here? I think maybe UCLA and Utah, where it was 7.5. Total open 54.5 down to 51. No change there. Arizona and Stanford, we're seeing 10s open up pretty much everywhere. The totals dropped another half a point to 59.5 in the Arizona-Stanford game. USC and Arizona State all the way up to 33 now, pretty much everywhere. It opened 30. We reported it went to 31, 32 at DK, 33 at Bovada, 33 at Circa right now. Give you a sample of offshore book, major U.S. book, and a Las Vegas book. All pretty popular options where we can compare these openers. Not everyone's willing to put them up. All right, the Lynx did defeat the Connecticut Sun today. Good job there by the Lynx. And final score 82-75. It does go just under for the most part. As I get called out on the show, barely goes under, but does stay under here with the Lynx. Upset the Sun, and now the Lynx are going to host the Sun for Game 3. After splitting the series, they'll get the home court advantage and can wrap up the series with a victory. You figure the Sun will still be a small favorite on the road, but the Lynx, big upset here. They led at halftime by 5. They end up winning it by 7. The Minnesota Lynx have even the series in an upset against the Connecticut Sun. All right, Bengals. Hey, the Bengals are moving into position here now with a 1st and goal. Trying to stay in this game here. I'm looking for them to stay in this game. I have a premium pick on the over in this one, and we only have 30 points here late in the third quarter. Hungwei Koo is going to attempt a field goal here, try to pull Atlanta to within 17-12, and he does just that. Mixon inside the 5. It'll be 2nd down and goal for the Bengals, for the Bengal Tiger. Okay, maybe we can glance at a few more lines here. The Colorado game against Oregon has been bet down to 20 right now. It did go as high as 21.5, but the total is completely out of control. Circa is already hanging 72.5. We told you it opened 66.5. It's now 72. Colorado and Oregon expecting. If that's the case, that means that offense is going to succeed. I am starting to have more reservations, and I've been on this Colorado situation, but I do think it's going to end abruptly. I still think it's a tremendous success. Allen here has the ball in the red zone here for the Bills, trying to put the exclamation point here in the third quarter as they're thumping the Raiders here today. The Bengals would need a touchdown. They're down 10, 2:38 to go in the third. Burrow on a 3rd and goal fires out, and they finally have a touchdown pass, and it's T. Higgins. T. Higgins went up and got it, and the Bengals are on the board. It's 20-17, or on the board of the touchdown pass, and it's 20-17. It goes a 3-yard touchdown pass in the books for the Bengals. Meanwhile, Josh Allen is sacked. He got sacked at the 20-yard line. How about Kentucky and Vanderbilt? I'm all over the place here now. Let me see if I can't get back in order here and find some interesting moves. SMU and TCU, the total opened 68.5. We reported it was down to 65.5. It's now down to 63.5. Louisiana Tech and Nebraska, this was down to 19.5. Open 22. Another tick down here. A little bit of action on Louisiana Tech. I should have known better to go against my Huskers, our Huskers, this weekend. Now this makes more sense, right? Louisiana Tech getting this many points, even with Nebraska's good performance, decent performance there. All right, the Chargers are going to be, man, Everett's really moving the ball here inside the red zone for the Chargers. 17-14 Titans, and all of a sudden the Chargers are looking to get here with at least tie up the game. The Lions were in a 4th down and 2 at the 45, and Goff incomplete, no flag. Ball, I guess, was uncatchable. Seahawks get good field position, and still only 38 points late third quarter here. Memphis, and let's see here. Might have a few more here for you. Central Florida and Kansas State. We told you that line had moved from 48.5 to 55.5. Well, maybe it was just a bad line, but you know what? It went from 55.5 to 57.5, so it's still on the move higher. So is Mississippi and Alabama. I guess that sorry Alabama offense isn't going to have any problems with Ole Miss, are they? This totals up to 55. It would seem like the score is going to be 14-10. I don't know. Am I missing something here? Central Michigan, South Alabama opened 48.5, went up to 51.5. Chargers, Keenan Allen, touchdown. Chargers lead 20-17 in this one. Touchdown, San Diego. I'll always say San Diego. I like when what do you still say San Diego? Yes, I still say San Diego. And I'm going to until I buy the team and move them back to San Diego. All right. Nevada, let's see here. I think I got a few more key ones here for you. We'll go one more time through. That'll take us probably to the top of the hour on some of these games anyway. Western Kentucky and Troy. Oh, no change. Okay. Eastern Michigan and Jacksonville State bet back down to 5, 4.5 at Bovada, 4 at DraftKings. So close to the opener now after that initial hit, back to 6. Hawaii's back up to 3. All right, Jordan Love has his team on the move again, and the Packers are down to about the 27-yard line right now. They only have 17 points, but hey, he's on the job. He's learning. So see if we have any major change. The Colts score is now 31-10. That's something I didn't know about, that field goal there. I'm going to take a loss there on a premium as I tried to go with the under with those rookie quarterbacks. And so, start off with an L. All right, Buffalo putting the ball in the red zone here. They're up 18 on the Raiders. It is going to be 4th down, I think. Last play of the 4th quarter. So, it is a first. So, and as far as the Packers are concerned, Dylan mowing through here a little bit. Falcons have out yardage the Packers here by about a 3-2 margin. Love, though, throws a completion out here very close to a first down to Reed. Love is 12 of 17 for 131 yards and 2 touchdowns, but the balance has been terrific. The Packers have done a tremendous job in this game. Chiefs continue to lead the Jaguars 14-6. Mindy and I gave out the under as a premium consensus play earlier this week, and that's the way this one has been throughout. I would say as expected. The way we discussed the game. I mean, we were pretty heavy on the fact that we thought it might be this type of game right now. Two good teams, playoff contenders. Baltimore maybe trying to put a little exclamation point on here, and you have Gus running through the secondary down to the 35-yard line into the third quarter in that one. And Seattle with Geno getting into Detroit territory here inside the 30. Reportedly, Odell Beckham has left the game today, and he is out for the remainder of the game now for the Ravens. And Geno will pass out to the right side and close to a first down here. All right, one end of the look here at the end of the board. Maybe one more whip around, but a lot of these look like they're stabilized a little bit on the betting board for this week. First down for the Seahawks inside the 17-yard line now. So it'll be a key touchdown here. UNLV, they're back up to a 3-point favorite. Fresno State, here's one that's on the move a little bit right now. Bills take a 31-10 lead over the Raiders into the fourth quarter now. Got a whole quarter of action to go. I'll stick around. I'm interested. Hello to a couple of you out here joining me. Let me see what I'll say hi to any comments. I haven't missed them when looking at these lines. I looked up the post game a little bit with Norvell and Dion, and I thought Dion said some very nice things. Obviously, Norvell knew what he was doing. Knew what he was doing there. I think trying to fire up his team and fan base, and I think it worked. I think Norvell comes out just fine in that whole mess a little bit. Yeah, why would you do it? You know what you're doing. He is no dummy. And, you saw the interaction. It was genuine. Dion said it was genuine. He said, no hate on this guy. He's doing his job, and I'm doing mine. I don't know him. Jordan Love, he's looking good in the pocket because he just threw a touchdown here to Reed. Touchdown Packers, and the Packers continue to look good. We're playing Atlanta, but Jordan Love has 3 touchdowns for the second straight game. You tell me, Jordan Love has 6 touchdown passes so far. It's not even like they're scoring 48 points. Touchdown Packers. I think I made my point clear on Jordan Love this week and last week. His stock will continue to rise, whether or not, look, there'll be spots to go against him, certainly, even in division. This Detroit situation is serious here. I mean, even though the Seahawks are having a good success against him here right now, I mean, this game's coming down the wire. You don't know what's going to happen, but for right now, Jordan Love, I don't know. You got a quarterback throwing 3 touchdowns in the first 2 games of the season. There are a lot of great candidates right now for the best player in the league, and there are probably some that are better than Jordan Love over the first 2 weeks. But the stats would prove that right now. Geno slides down inside the 5, and it looks like the Seahawks look like they'll get a chance to go in here. but it looks like it's going to be a procedure penalty on the Seahawks. That's not what you're supposed to have if you're a Pete Carroll coach team. Okay, Jacksonville is at the 23-yard line of Kansas City. We still have a minute to go here in the third. They're only down 14-6. This feels like a key possession, though. Here we're finally going to look at this game that really is the biggest game of the day, but there just hasn't been a lot of action. Little short pass over here, and Kirk is going to pick up the first down and get down to the 16-yard line. Okay, we got Geno here going to need a timeout. All right. This is a critical possession here, even with 12 minutes to go. Seattle wants to make sure, especially after that procedure penalty, and Pete Carroll's having a time here. All right, here's a little Statue of Liberty. That's what I call it, the old handoff to ATN here up the middle. The Jaguars had a big play to get the Jaguars down into the red zone when Lawrence hit a big long pass completion to Kirk for about 45 yards and got Jacksonville here into this situation and into the third quarter. And Trevor Lawrence knows what he's doing out there, but I don't know if he knew exactly what the time was right there, the way he looked. Montgomery might have a sprain, have a knee sprain or an ankle sprain, but he needs the cart. And Montgomery around his knee looks like a knee sprain here. Hopefully not major. Didn't look major, but he was twisting. So, but that's a key player to lose right now because Montgomery has been exciting and impactful for the Lions. All right, the Raiders kind of trying to mop up things here, down 3 touchdowns with 13 minutes to go. Jimmy's still in there, but this one's incomplete for Adams. I don't know what kind of takeaways we're going to have here, but hey, the Texans are going to try to get a touchdown here. Colts, boy, I would guess Richardson is going to have to be out next week, and they'll have to go with Minshew, but good thing they got him. Buccaneers on top of the Bears 20-10. The Bears have the ball. Fields had the ball deflected this time because he's too short. Look, I want when he is making plays, he's just thrilling. But it's getting a little bit, and it's not all his fault. I don't think he has the right type of support. I think he could succeed with a different team. All right. Anyway, Stroud does a nice job getting away, but we're going to have a penalty here, no doubt, I believe it's going to be holding on Houston. It is a touchdown for Stroud and a nice pass, so there's definitely some great takeaways there on that, but I'm pretty sure it was just a complete obvious I was throwing the flag. Yeah, that was NFL. That was professional football holding right there. That even I could call it. All right. Here comes Seattle. They have it at the 17-yard line of Detroit with Geno. He's got a wide open receiver to Lockett. First down at the 6. So this game is delivering right now with 11:54 to go, and the Seahawks in position to possibly tie this up. And also, here comes the Ravens. I think we just saw. Did we see a spectacular one-handed catch here? No. Oh. That was exciting. Okay, first down and goal here for Seattle. 11.5 to go. Trevor Lawrence also is just I don't think that's a touchdown. I do not think Zay Jones got his second foot in. He got 1 foot in. Okay, everyone knows it was no touchdown. Okay, I thought I was seeing it in real time, like I'm going to make the call here and be right, but it was obvious. I think 1 foot actually did get in. One, no, he couldn't do it fast enough. Everyone in the stadium knew it. No one in real time, I knew it. So did everybody else. Okay, second down and 3 here. Where is Walker? Where is Walker? They play action. Geno throws. Back of the end zone, Lockett. That's a touchdown. That is a touchdown by Tyler Lockett. And Seattle has the lead. Lockett got behind his man, and he was dragged down just as he was catching the ball, but Tyler Lockett is there again. How many times do you need Tyler Lockett? And there he is. Lawrence, incomplete pass here on 3rd and 5, but a flag is down, and Jacksonville is going to get a new set of downs at the 1-yard line, and a big point of the game, still 14:45 to go. Pass interference. Okay, PAT here by the Hawks, 24-21. I still need another score, and that's my premium is on the over. Jacksonville from the 1-yard line, 1st and goal. Lawrence on a keeper, and it's going nowhere. What are we doing? What are we doing? Easy for me to call, but I was so happy when he gave it to ATN on the up back that I was so mad when all of a sudden he had the ball trying to outrun 2 defenders. All right, let's check in with Lamar here. 13 minutes to go at the 23-yard line for the Ravens. Jackson, he wants to keep it and take off running. Right, we saw the keepers earlier. We talked, how many times are the coaches thinking, well, we didn't run the design keeper. Maybe they didn't need it in that strategy, and now we've already seen it twice. That was an impromptu run, but we've already seen Jackson twice in the game on design keepers. Although it was only twice last week, they said. Oh, gosh, incomplete. Ridley had a collision with the goalpost. He tried to come down with the ball. Ridley, it was a great catch, actually, but he actually couldn't get the feet down. So that's tough right now because and Ridley's actually walking off with what's more like a leg injury. I thought at first it was looking more like a head injury, the way he collided with the padded goalpost. I know most of you know from looking at the old videos, the goalposts, when they had 2 of them before technology and all that, used to be at the goal line. Look out! Imagine now. They talk about, Jackson looking for the corner of the end zone. It's a brilliant catch, also a brilliant touch by Jackson. And you know who caught it? The baby catcher himself, Nelson Aguilar. Oh, yeah, you can do it. And he did it just like you want to. He was looking it in over his right shoulder. That's how you want to do the back shoulder catch without the defender noticing the ball is coming. Brilliant, brilliant pass and catch by Lamar and Aguilar. Jacksonville has to settle for a field goal. What a disappointment. And they barely made the field goal. But again, if there is anything, and to be fair, Lawrence's red zone numbers were, but it just feels like an operation that goes astray, and it did again. You have Travis Etienne. I know he's not the biggest back. The Chargers are under pressure. They are winning the game. This one's getting late. 8:44 to go. Chargers 21-17. Tannehill's been sacked 5 times. Chargers in command here by 4. Not in command, but they've been assumed recontrolling the game of the ball here, it looks like at this point. All right. Thanks, you guys, for joining me. Stick with you here through these games, but they're going to end abruptly, and I'm going to get out of here when they're over. But see if we get any more movement, maybe some big moves. Man, this Seahawks-Lions game is having quite a few injuries here. Packers on top, and the Falcons go with a flea flicker, and they have succeeded with a deep pass to Mac Hollins on I think that's called a double flea flicker. The ball was touched 3 times in the backfield. There was a handoff and a pitch. So great job there by Atlanta. They are now in the red zone. And I'm going to end up, I have a premium pick on the under here in this one, and this one might get spoiled here because of the effectiveness of the Packers. We gave out the Packers on the show. Felt good. Mindy did give out the over, so you guys got it free right here. I'm the one on the short end probably, but I like this Packer team moving forward. No one's going to talk me off of Love necessarily. Here moving forward. We're having some work done around the studio here. Having to replace some pipes. So if you hear some pinging, some knocking and some pinging, the studios are getting some renovation. Chargers leading by 4, and are they into into Tennessee territory? Yes. All right. Falcons down 12 minutes to go. And I think Love's stock, we'll see what the matchups are like. I mean, I don't know if people are going to – I think there's still going to be doubters a little bit. I'm not saying Love for, all pro, but if you're the Packers, you need to replace Aaron Rodgers. This guy's doing the job big time. Ritter is just running in for a touchdown. This guy's got heart. That's all I can say about Ritter right now. I don't know. Even his own team kind of doubts him a little. Not the players, but the coaches. Give him a break here, but he's got a touchdown right now. And this game is going to go over the total. Packers still on top. It's going to be 20. Let's see what they do. Get your chart out. It was Ritter on a keeper, Blake. They'll kick. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter here, right? I don't know. The numbers say you're supposed to go for it, but there's time left too. So 24-19, great job here. Remember, Falcons, I mean, they're not, they are nearly a pick 'em in that game. I don't know how you guys rated that game, but I gave out the Packers. I was thinking premium for them, but when Mindy went with that total over, and I thought that it would be a struggle here for Atlanta. So I was wrong a little bit. Fast track here, obviously. Oof. Man, Reynolds got hit hard. These are the things I'm talking about. I mean, that's how I watch football. I'm scared when the contact comes down, man. I mean, whew. Herbert here at the Tennessee 47. Herbert incomplete. 6 minutes ago, Chargers by 4. Goff, he might want to. Oh, he's going to get sacked here. Goff is going to get sacked. Goff goes down, 8:43 to go. Baker Mayfield has 300 yards passing today for Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 171 yards receiving, 6 catches, including that touchdown. 8.5 minutes to go, in Tampa Bay continuing to lead by 10. Geez, Buffalo trying to put on some insurance. I mean, they're already crushing the Raiders. Oh my gosh, here's an interception by Seattle, and they're going to get a pick 6 here. Goff just did a pick 6. Seattle has gone into the end zone. Brown, with 8 minutes to go, has a pick 6. Touchdown. Man, Goff hadn't thrown an interception since He had a long streak without an interception, but this one he just threw right to him. There's nothing he can do. You're not going to fault this guy right now. I mean, that was terrible, but he has been so solid about not turning the ball over. It's going to be costly in this game. It's probably going to cost him the game. They were already behind, but now it's 31-21. We do get a premium winner over here in this one with that pick six. It was his first interception in 384 passes, the third longest streak in NFL history. It was only 15 away from Aaron Rodgers' record. So tough to say. You're not going to fault Goff. I mean, you got this guy. Like I said, right now, he's outperforming Stafford, isn't he? Okay, Stafford's got the ring. What would you rather do right now? You're going to go out there and blow it out tomorrow. Detroit's going to lose this one today, it looks like. Okay, Tennessee has the ball. 4 minutes to go. This is where Tannehill, he's so up and down in these. And then when you have the run-heavy game of the Texans and you're running the ball with 4:30 to go, what if you need to get the ball again? All right. Whatever. Anyways, they'll have 4.5 minutes to go here on this one and see if they can get into position here in this one. The Titans have just had a big play all the way down into deep inside the 30-yard line. So Tennessee with 4 minutes to go and the ball here at the 33-yard line for Tannehill on a 3rd and 4. Oh, he steps up and he takes a hit, but he gets the ball off complete. And it's, inside the red zone. I think it's going to be a personal foul, it looks like, on the Chargers. Are the Chargers melting again? It sure looks like it. Buffalo picks up a touchdown here to take this one. Probably over the total for everyone. Was it 47 for the most part for everyone? Let's take a look. I'm pretty sure, right? Because we know it opened as high as 49.5. So there may be some people still having a problem if they took that early number, maybe didn't anticipate. It went all the way down to 47.5, 46.5 at one offshore book today. So this one's going to take it over here with the Bills. 37-10 point after pending here. So Titans at the 6-yard line. I'll say it now. I've got the Titans as a premium pick here, Blake, today, plus the points. There's Henry bowling on down to the 2-yard line, inside the 2 now. So I have the Titans. Hey, it's not easy. Look, I said it would go under. That's what we're looking at here. This is exactly where we thought the game might stand. Here's Mahomes. He's trying to get some distance on this game. Kelsey, I think it's a touch. Oh, no, incomplete. Henry, 20 carries, 79 yards. I'll take that. Matt, I'm on the Patriots tonight. You bet I am. Dolphins on the road at New England. It's going to be, Patriots will be in this game, I'm sure. Henry gets stuffed by the Chargers behind line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and goal. All right, can Kansas City get a touchdown here? I have we gave out the under as a premium consensus, but I have Jacksonville, and I really need them to hold them to a field goal here. Obviously, at this point. So yeah, I'm going to be on the Patriots in situations like this, at points, at home. I've got the New England way. It's a different story sometimes with Tua on the road, especially in division. Here you have a division road favorite. It'll be a lower scoring game. Here is Tannehill. This is a completion for a touchdown. And Westbrook-Ikhine again. He's got his man, Blake. He's got Westbrook-Ikhine. He is looking good. Look, it's hard to get into this situation, but it is a touchdown, and what a relief. Look, no too much time for at least, the Titans. It's going to be tough here, though. You're going to have Herbert on the drill. Hey, the Bears just did a nice job here on a touchdown, a beautiful touchdown. Claypool with the reception here from Fields. What a nice touchdown. 20-16. Point after pending. I'm on the under there. I hope the game's over pretty much. But we did also. I'm on the Bears. I gave out the under on the show last week. I'm on the Bucks. I'm on the Bucks as a premium. Make it clear here, but again, they're just barely covering at this point. They're going to lead by 3 here with 6:17 to go. So Fields, that's the Fields we're looking for, right? 6 for 6, right down the field, the length of the field. I don't know how many yards was it. It was a long drive. I know that. And this pass was excellent. In fact, I want to say it was actually decent coverage. It just didn't work out. One defender fell down. The other defender closed too late. Oh, man. Mahomes has a 3rd and goal from the 20, and he's going to get wrapped. He gets the pass off. It is complete. No, it's incomplete. So it will be a field goal here. So it feels like if it's 17-9, if they get it here, it'll still be a 1-possession game. Hey, the Texans, hats off to these two teams. I got to credit Stroud with a touchdown pass to Dell. A local guy. Here come the Bengals trying to come back a little bit. They're down 10. All right, let's get this field goal here by the Chiefs. 17-9, 8 minutes to go. All right, here comes Herbert. And Herbert's got his man completed out to the 41-yard line already. 2 minutes to go. Herbert seems too easy when he's in this mode, even on the road, doesn't it? Just feels like it doesn't matter what the other team does. Here's a completion. This is when the Chargers' targets look so good all of a sudden. 2-minute warning, ball at the Charger, 49.5-yard line. All right, Atlanta's got a chance here. Still 10.5 minutes to go, and Atlanta's only down by 5 points. Ritter having a moment here. From his own 39. Algier hasn't – I don't know what he's done. I'd like to see his stats. I haven't seen a lot from him today. The Lions are moving here into scoring range here against the Seahawks with Laporta. They're down 10, 4 minutes to go. And now we'll call it at the 6-yard line for Goff. He's got 300 yards on the day, but the pick six, certainly a big play right now. They run it with Reynolds' back. Now here's Ritter for the Falcons at the 43. It is a key play, 3rd and 2. He's going to keep it and run for it. He's got it. Slides safely. Short of the 45. Ball at the 4-yard line for the Lions. 2nd and goal. Goff fires, got his man. Touchdown, well placed. Reynolds has a touchdown. How can you miss Reynolds? It's going to be a good addition for this 31-28. Should they make this extra point? Bijan Robinson is running down the field right now with the ball against Green Bay on a big play here. Ritter, the ball went all the way down to the 24-yard line. Then here comes Robinson again, but this time he's going to get wrapped up and maybe lose some yardage here. Look, the Packers and the Falcons are 1-0, and they're in this game right now. I mean, reviews on the Packers have to be positive. I know some people, the results were mixed, right? Tampa's trying to run this clock on the Bears. 5.5 to go. 3rd and 5. It looks like they picked up a first down here as Baker gets, I think we already said he's at 300 yards in this one. So clock will keep ticking. 4:23. Another Ritter on a 2nd down and 12. Ritter's had a nice game today, 16 of 27 for 196 yards. And he'll just keep it and run out of bounds right now. Still 8:16 to go. Plenty of time here for the Falcons with the ball and moving in towards the red zone here. Still 3rd down, though. About 6 yards. They're putting 7 on the screen. All right, here come the Chargers with Herbert. Overthrew his man. Flag is down. There's 1:34 to go. Chargers down 3. On the move, not in field goal range yet. The Falcons have it at the 20 of the pack. Here's a completion. Short gain. Ball hit the ground, though. The Chargers could end up tying this game here against the Titans. They're almost in field goal range for Dicker, the kicker. We're reviewing a potential completion in the Atlanta-Green Bay game, and I'm not sure it was a completion at all, no. Herbert on a 1st and 5, so here's a first down to Allen down to the 25-yard line. Chargers, they might as well go for the win here is what they're saying. Now Younghoe Koo is going to come in for a field goal attempt. This would make it 24-22. Here's an end zone attempt for Herbert. Younghoe Koo makes this one. It's 24-22, still 8:10 to go. And give Ritter high marks here. I'm also giving Love good marks in this game. A well-played game. These two teams are all right, Packers and Falcons, I tell you. All right, the Chargers have the ball at the 25-yard line. The super algorithm gives the Chargers 58% to win this game. Who'd have thunk it? Look at some of the way the games are on. Ravens 27-17 right now, 6:46 to go. Colts lead the Texans by 11, 5:49 to go. Seahawks 31, Detroit 28, 2 minutes to play. Coming down the wire, and then I'll leave you guys. Appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the moves. I think I got too wrapped up in some of these late games, but I think we covered them all. Didn't see any more drastic moves. So check back in. Mindy and I'll preview some of them on Tuesday. We've got some format changes, I understand, coming up on the network a little bit. So be on the lookout for that. Possibly more shows, fewer shows, less shows, shorter shows. That's what it is. That always works for me because you know me. I'll stay on here for 3 hours. Appreciate Tony and the GM. Just watching the games. I'm gaining enough traction on this show. Just need a little bit more going on, probably. Just got a handful of you in here, but I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Maybe it's my friends from Facebook, too. Hello. And to my friends from Facebook, do they ever say hi? That's like on my private Facebook. Here's Gino. You can type in the comments. I'll see it. Gino is acting like a jack-in-the-box back here, and he's getting chased down, sacked. They're up by 3. Gino is running around like a maniac back here. What is he doing? Oh my God, Gino at his own 3-yard line, amateur hour, and the door is open for the Lions. Okay, here's Justin Herbert. They're at the 7-yard line. 3rd and 3, though. Herbert, he's sacked. Oh, he got sacked. He got crushed. He got crushed down by Landry. Timeout. Now it's going to be there to come in for a game-tying field goal. Game-tying field goal opportunity here for the Chargers. It's going to blow. I was on the. Well, I mean, the total, did go down certainly, but 45.5. I was on the under on the show, so I'm going to end up losing that one. Here, they'll tie the game. We're on the Titans. I'm on the Titans plus the points. So, Chargers will try to tie this one up. By the way, Lawrence has gone all the way downfield. They could even get into field goal range here, but Lawrence, here's a short pass, and it looks like a brilliant effort for a first down for Jacksonville. What? Oh, God, they'll have to measure it now. The spot is questionable. It's good. It's good by inches, but not as close as I thought it was. Chargers end up tying this game, and it's going to overtime. 24-24 in a great game today here in Nashville. 24-all. What an effort by Ingram. He's been, I don't know what we've seen from Ingram. I'd like to see the stats here. Right now, Joey B trying to get a touchdown here in this one. Ingram catches another one, and Ingram doing a great job here. Wow. $17-9 here in Jacksonville. I'm on Jacksonville as a premium. And I've already been dealt a loss, 2 losses here. So you're sweating with Ramon now. I was hot in NFL, got a couple losses, and 2 losses all the last week. Here comes the Bengals. There's still 4 minutes to go. They're down 10. I'm on the Titans as my premium play. Also have the Bengals and Ravens as a premium play. Could use this score here to get it over. We need one more score. The Bengals are going to take 3 or 7, one way or the other. I think they kick on 4th down because they're still going to need the ball, but it's 2nd and goal right now. But either way, they need 10 points. So the thinking is if you get down to 4th down, you kick it and then you go for the onside kick. Or if it's depending on, it's 3:33 left right now, they could use their timeouts, but how much time will there be left? And now Lawrence here for the Jaguars at the 14 of Kansas City. Incomplete. Ridley dropped it. He was hit hard after the play, but I don't think no harm, no foul, no blood, no ambulance. Joey B trying to get it out here to Jamar Chase, who already had a touchdown, but we've got some drama definitely here right now. This is pretty good. The Lions also here with a down 3, 1:44 to go. They have the ball at midfield. And here's a completion down to the 39. Meanwhile, Jacksonville is bumbling along like they do. Joey B rolls out of the pocket. Oh, my God, Joey B just threw a touchdown pass right now to T. Higgins, who that was a great play by Higgins to toe the sideline there with the touchdown of the end zone. And Higgins has 2 scores. now in that one. So goes over. I got a premium winner right there. We did give out the Ravens. Need the Ravens. They're going to probably hold on, but they'll have a chance. Will the Bengals? I'm on St. Brown on a reverse, and the Lions are down inside the 30-yard line. Justin Herbert. Pass incomplete here. Appreciate everyone joining me. They got Goff here at the 27 of Seattle. The Lions have the super analytic. They're down 3. They have the super analytic feature that says they're 63% to win. Which does not. So the Amazon Prime numbers, seem to indicate what the odds might. Maybe the Lions, because they're certainly in field goal range here, and they are at home. But still, I don't know. I'd take my chances with the team winning here. Trevor Lawrence, they're reviewing something here. Okay, let's get back to the Lions. There's 26 seconds left, so you're dealing with that as well. The ball is at the 29-yard or the 24-yard line. Goff, the pass was low. He tried to get it to St. Brown. All right, Atlanta here. They can still take the lead here late in the game. The ball is at the 32 of Green Bay, and Robinson is running hard again. Bijan Robinson again. How about the Lions? Still at the 24, a 3rd and 7. Pass is complete but short. No, it's incomplete. 4th down now. Now they're going to kick a field goal to try to tie the game here. We're going to get another overtime game, Seattle and Detroit. Time to kick that field goal and try to send it into overtime. So I guess we'll stay here a little while longer. Atlanta with Algier rushes down to the 24-yard line with 3:27 to go. Atlanta could win the game on this possession. They could keep running clock, make Green Bay use timeouts. Yeah, I got a 3-pack up right now. If you're interested, I'm starting to pick up a few winners here. Hopefully trying to get the 4-3 record here in these early games. I'm in the balance right now. I'm going to have a winner, I think, with the Buccaneers. I think Titans, it's certainly going to be it's up for grabs right now. And the Jaguars not looking great after that key moment here at the end. The game is tied. We are going to overtime between the Seahawks and the Lions. Why not? Why wouldn't it be? You knew this would be a thriller. I know some of you in the chat were saying that maybe under here, and the points went under. Desmond Ridder is rushing and keeping the ball, and he's got himself a 1st down. Oh, God, it's a bad spot. I hope that's not the spot. It looked like he surged. I'd challenge. All right, so we're still looking at this. What the problem is in the Jacksonville game, we're still trying to see if it was a backward pass or a fumble or a forward pass. It's a backward pass. 4th down at the 16-yard line. Okay. So they need a touchdown basically right now on this play. Right now, Atlanta's challenging. And they should. They marked him short. I challenge this. It looked to me like a last surge was he was kind of moving forward a little bit, is what it was. He was surging forward with his legs, and I think that's what they'll find when they look at the review. His knees did not hit. His shins did not hit. He did a great job. Lawrence fires. End zone. Incomplete. It's out of bounds. Ridley made a great catch, but he was out of bounds. So there's 4:12 left. I'm not going to get this win here with Jacksonville. I don't think. Mindy and I are going to probably get this under. There's still 4 minutes to go. And, oh, God, he got 1 foot in. He did a great job. It was very, very close. But, hey, the Chargers didn't do anything on their drive. Tennessee can go down and win the game here. I guess I need it for a 4-3 day here. So, well. All right, let's catch here the ball at the 39-yard line of the Chargers. Man, great field position here on a 3rd and 1. So Tennessee is nearly in position there. Henry's got it for a 1st down. 1st down for the Titans. Hey, what a job right here by Bijan Robinson, who's turning out to be just terrific, isn't he, man? It's so good right now, and the Falcons moving into position here to get a game, to get a go-ahead score here possibly. They went for it on 4th down. They could have kicked a field goal to take the lead, but no, they wanted to keep the ball. They get the 4th down. What a gutsy call by Arthur Smith there. I think he knows what he's doing. I obviously don't. I'm too conservative. Hey, the Bears, they have 2 minutes, a 2-minute drive here, but the Buccaneers intercepted the ball at the 3-yard line on a screen pass, and the Buccaneers get a touchdown. Actually ruins my total under. It will secure the victory for the premium play. I gave out the under on the show. I lost another total error on the show, but crazy pick 6 there on just a terrible play. But that's the NFL, and here comes Lamar Jackson going to run the timeout here in the Ravens. And Mindy and I get a premium consensus winner right there. In that one, the Ravens are going to look like they'll win this one on the road over the Bengals. Thanks, everybody, today for joining me, and I'll catch up with you guys again next week. I'm going to stay with you a few more minutes here as we get ready for those 105 starts, but I'm just going to stay on for the early games. I enjoyed it. If we had more people visiting us, I'd stick around. Here comes Geno Smith. Going to try to lead Seattle down the field here. Touchdown wins it, obviously, and we've already secured the over as a premium play. I did give out Seattle here as my play on the show. Thanks, Thomas. Appreciate you hanging out with me, and Blake as well, and Matt. Even on our channel here, it was a hard sell today, so we'll see. Maybe we'll just come on at 11. Maybe we'll do the college line show. Might be the call here. But like I said, we're going to have some few changes, so we'll have a better idea tomorrow on what we're going to do here on the channel. Some exciting things, I believe, are in the works. I hope so. More shows? Just what you want. More Ramon Scott? Is that true? Or is it less Ramon Scott? Appreciate you guys so much. Your support with Mindy and I on the morning show as well. So, all right, Seattle with the ball here at their own 42-yard line with Geno. Look, I mean, I've tried to sell you guys. I mean, Geno, there's only so many quarterbacks in the league, right? Geno puts up numbers. He's got 2 all-star receivers, even if one, has left this game. Tannehill hits his man. This is a big play right here to get Hopkins a completion, because now, given that they've moved inside to the 20-yard line, Tennessee's going to win, get me a premium winner here. Hopefully, get us a 4-3 day on these premiums. We'll get them in the afternoon as well. Here, tell you one thing I'm going to be looking to do. Possibly, I'm waiting on the afternoon. I didn't send out anything. I might be looking to play Arizona live, but we'll see. Gino hits his man, a big time completion. It is Metcalf. Okay, he is there. Okay, DK. You know what? I do remember them now saying DK was back, and I just missed that, but that's what Gino's, totally producing. Okay, Tennessee, they're at the 23. They'll run it with Henry as long as there's no turnover. They're just playing to, keep it into position here. The Chargers have already had the ball, so Tennessee can kick it for a win. And I don't know if Blake if he's here or if there's a comment, but one thing here is it is starting to pour in Nashville. It is starting to pour here. That is, I don't know what you do here for Tennessee, but they can execute it. But still, Henry running, crunching forward. But it is pouring here right now in Nashville. It's time to kick a field goal almost. Seattle here with Gino. They're running it up the middle. All right, here you go. This is going to be a 41-yarder here in downpour. It's good. It's good. It's good. Titans win. Titans win. Premium winner for me. And the Titans beat the Chargers in a playoff caliber game. I would say this was a good game here today. Chargers 0-2. That's certainly something to worry about right now. They have the offense. So we'll see. But Chargers have lost. My Chargers lost to Blake's Titans. But I had the Titans as a premium play. So I know my Chargers. That game could have went either way. It was an exciting game. Chargers had the 11-0 lead, right? But Titans win. I had them. I also had the under. Seattle moving down here in field goal range here. But, they're looking for a touchdown to end the game here. Parkinson with a completion. Atlanta's short of the marker here. So it looks like Atlanta might go in and attempt a field goal here, possibly. Now here's our guy Walker in the game. He's gaining some yardage. That was a weird play. I don't know what was going on there. 1:19 left here in the game. Arthur Smith is like a living meme as a coach. You never know what he's thinking. You don't want to be against Arthur Smith at a poker table right now. All right, here's Gino from the 11 of the Lions. And he throws a completion out here to the 6. It'll be third down. Hey, we got action underway in the late games right now. So I'm going to be off the air here in just a second. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And Seattle from the 6, it is third down and 2. They can pick up a first down. So how about just a nice solid handoff here up the middle, pick up this yardage, keep it going. But Gino's going to pass, and now he's chased out of the pocket. He gets it off to Lockett. I believe he's in. He's in for the touchdown. Seahawks win. Seahawks win. Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett and the Seahawks have gone on the road. Watch out. They have the offense, and, there certainly issues for Seattle, but they get it done here against the good Detroit team, too. That was another playoff atmosphere game here in this one. They want to see a replay, but Lockett, unless his foot is grazing the out of bounds before he sticks that bond, the thing I always watch, look at this if you're looking at it. Pylons are always placed technically out of bounds. Look and see where it is. But look, It's a touchdown, though. No doubt about it. But look, I mean, you tell me where that is. All right. And here goes a minute left in the game. So Jordan Love's going to get the ball back. No timeouts left. But if Younghoe Koo makes this chip shot field goal, which he does, the Falcons. I was talking all that trash about the Packers going in and winning this game at Atlanta here. But right now, Atlanta, Packers are going to get the money. We know Atlanta moved to a favorite. So, I mean, I think I'm giving myself credit for a win there this week. I mean, Falcons went off, 3-point favorite. But certainly I was saying the Packers could go in and win this game. They are going to cover the spread here. So I'll credit myself with a winner, but I did give out the under in that game. I'll go 4-3 in premiums. All right, we got just a little bit more drama here that we can hang out for in this one with, Jacksonville. I think that's it, though. Maybe we'll see if the Packers get anything going here in a play or two with Love. Otherwise, I'm checking out. And Kansas City and Jacksonville also a little bit of time left there. But I like Jacksonville. I knew it'd be a low-scoring game. Cincinnati is going to lose here to Baltimore. Mindy and I gave out Baltimore on the show this week, so make sure you check us out Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific for some wins. Baltimore 2-0, Cincinnati 0-2. It's tough here, man, in the NFL. Baltimore, hey, they lost those 2 preseason games. Who cares? They're happy in Baltimore. And I gave out the over in that one. That's a winner. That was a premium winner today. It's going to be 4-3 for me definitely here with the premiums. All right, here comes Jordan Love. I'm pulling for him here. I'm happy. Hey, Ritter too. Look at the quarterback, some guys are kind of stepping up a little bit, right? The guys you wouldn't expect at quarterback. Desmond Ritter. Love has been good. Yeah. Detroit's really complaining about a holding here, but I thought he was trying to sell it. I might be just no reason for me. I'm not too, just because I had Seattle there. All right, Jordan Love, no timeouts, 50 seconds. He got nailed. And they'll be down to third down. He's okay. But just some guys, right? Baker Mayfield, right? All right. Mahomes just ended it with a completion deep into Jacksonville territory. So the game is over. The Chiefs have gone on to win 17-9. My apologies on that one. Baseball final coming in. It was the Guardians beating the Rangers 9-2 today. Man, Mindy and I like the Rangers as a premium, one of our 3 premiums. 9 runs in the 4th inning for the Guardians. That's all they needed. Oh, Love, what he threw a nice ball. It was the over the head of his receiver there, but he was hoping for a little bit better effort from Dobbs, but maybe it was overthrown. Maybe Dobbs didn't know. It looks like it was overthrown. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you. This is probably it for me after this play here for the Packers, because I think that'll do it. Everything's in the books. So enjoy the rest of the games here, and we'll catch up with you. 4th down, 10 for Jordan Love. He gets hit again. It is a completion for a 1st down out to the 38. They're looking for a spike here, it looks like. Don't know why the clock is stopped right now, because there's a penalty, and it might be holding here. Let's see. Illegal shift? Oh, my goodness. Well, that just ruined a good play. So it's not what you want. if you're the Packers after a big game. Now they'll have to back them up here a little bit. Nobody understands what's going on. I guess it is 4th down and 15. Appreciate you joining me. I feel like this is going to be the game here. And Atlanta's going to come out of here with a nice victory to go to 2-0. Thanks, you guys. Wish we had a little more, but it's hard to get the, you know what? I was all cocky. I thought we'd have a great show. Nobody wants to listen to the old man talk about these games when they're going on. So, just overlooking one play here. Wasn't a completion for the game is going to be ruled over on the illegal shift because the play counts. And since it is an incompletion, that was 4th down. So the game will be over here at this point, even with LaFleur looking at, let's see. Listening to the, Blandino give the explanation here. That's it. All right. Thanks a lot, everybody. We'll catch up with you in more morning steam. Have a good day, good night. I hope we had lots of wins out there. I'm a little frustrated, but I'm going to come back with a 3-0 here on these late afternoon plays. Is what's going to happen, and we're still going to have a strong day. So appreciate you guys hanging in here with me. We're still checking out this replay, and as soon as they say it's over, I'm leaving. And I'm calling it a win for the Packers, +3. I know they opened even a 1-point favorite there, but all right. Game is over. Thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on the show. Catch you with the next one. All right. I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining me Sunday Football Live.